Hey guys, welcome to Gun Club Radio. My name is Aaron, and today something a little different, more of a hangout stream. I guess it's not different. We do this all the time. Hangout stream. We're going to be hanging out with Black Powder Podcast. I think we might get how do you shoot? Sorry, I was reading something. All of a sudden, I think I might get a Parallel Defense, aka Smiley, to jump in and share his thoughts. I know he did a big thing for his SHOT Show experience. And really, I just want to recap, share. I didn't go, right? So you're probably wondering, why is he talking about SHOT Show? He ain't go. Now, the beauty of doing this is I don't have to do anything. I just have to have a lot of friends. And that's what we're doing today. Black Powder Podcast, welcome to the show. I'm going to lighten you up a little bit because I can't see you.
Wow.
No, it's not helping.
That's racist.
Is it? Anyways, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro.
One of these days, I'm just gonna get a better camera. I'm good, man.
How's
so
SHOT?
we're friends. We're friends. I don't have to do anything as long as I have friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
We're friends. You sure?
Yeah, yes, we're friends.
You sure?
We got to get Smart Shooters to hop in here at some point tonight, but
Eventually, yeah. We cool, man. We cool. You know it.
He said we friends. We're not friends. We're
The
brethren.
villain arc begins.
Yo. Hey, gun websites. I heard you went to SHOT.
I met him in person.
How is he? I've never even seen his face.
He's cool. He like down to earth dude. Man,
Yeah.
he is like Peter Parker with a camera. Because I met it with Rostic Arms, right? Daryl Rostic, and we ended up talking over at the Otis Tech booth. And I didn't even know Gun Websites was over there, man. He's just like, I think he's at the Canic booth. Yeah, he's at the Canic booth because of the angle that he got us at. And he's over there just like hanging from the ceiling talking about
Of course.
J. Jonah Jameson is over here like, more pictures of Spider-Man.
Real quick, want to say what up to the people in the chat. I see you guys jumped in. I appreciate you guys. I know we were late. I know you don't have to say anything. Smart Shooters LLC, aka Rostic Arms. He's always hopping in from both his accounts, showing love to the streams, and I need that because to get sponsorships, you need all the love you can get.
and
Appreciate
friends,
that.
apparently.
Mhm. All right. Friends in the space. Gun websites, we just acknowledged you, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here so consistently. You don't have to be here, but you're here. Siege Talks, Cali Cool Guns, and then Siege Talks. What up? What up? I need to see you in the Discord because we're doing the giveaway, and I want you to win something. I want you to win one of these. Well, the new one. Are we giving away the new one? I don't know. If Josh hops in, I'm going to ask him what exactly we're giving away.
What's up, Rostic?
So,
Yeah,
dude, what'd you
I'll
see
get
at
to the
SHOT Show?
conversation. I'm gonna get to the conversation that Rostic and I had later on. I mean, it was like very perspective setting, but
Oh, dude,
uh,
he's a fountain.
yeah, I mean, we'll get that in a minute though. You said what did I see at Shot Show?
Mhm.
Um, See, it was interesting because I had Tardigrade Industries. Chris McKenna, he invited me since I did the podcast episode with him, and couldn't say no to it because it was my very first Shot Show ever. So I was mainly pushing hard for his platform,
Mhm.
and I think, not saying it's a bad thing, but I think that's kind of where I might have gotten my plans set back a little bit because like day number one and day number two, I'm like just going to each and every single booth that I can.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, you look like you need safety goggles. Check this out. So
So
my
you
day
went
number,
under his brand.
yeah, I was a guest of his brand, and he told me to go have fun and everything. But dude, the fact that a guest pass was $200 per person, and
Wow.
it was myself and my girlfriend, and he was like, "Oh man, I didn't know it was gonna be that much." You know what? I said I'd do it. Just go ahead and process it anyway. Yeah, you can kind of see why I was like, yeah, okay, let me help you out
Yeah,
because
you
two
gotta
hundred dollars is
hold up your end of the
yeah.
bargain per
So
se.
yeah, but what I the places that I did stop at, I mean, they were pretty cool. They even had um like an all natural soap booth. It was interesting. It was, I mean, the soap and chapstick. Matter of fact, soap and chapstick was pretty good.
That I didn't think that they would try to sell you soap at
I didn't either. I mean, I'm thinking, firearms, law enforcement stuff, and here's some chapstick, and I got some soap samples. I mean, it's shot show. It's literally a big trade show, man. But
Yeah, I
I
mean
saw
it's the
so
biggest
much.
trade show. In fact, there's some
Yeah.
like pages that are almost dedicated to going to trade shows.
Hmm.
And there's like a
Yeah, I
whole
believe it.
business model of like, hey, we're not gonna go to every single booth at trade shows. Like if you build up a page big enough, like they just do booth tours or like become booth bunnies, more or less. Even if you're a guy, you're John Cena. How much do you think John Cena would get paid to show up at Sig's booth?
Man, if
A
he
lot of
did
money.
that, yeah, because especially since
What's up, Jeff?
so there was like three levels in the Venetian Expo. So you
It's
had like
three
level
levels of
one.
the expo.
Uh, yeah, I think three levels and like over 2,700. Yeah, Rostic's right. Shot Show is the best worst show ever. but,
Yo,
oh man, but there was like three levels. There's like level one, level two, and then the Caesar's form. And in my opinion, level one was like all the new people and new inventions and everything, where everybody's trying to just basically get sponsorships or find somebody to help boost their product or get money for it, which is pretty cool because uh, people around that floor were a little bit more down to earth and easier to talk to. Floor two was like already established brands. They were
hmm
showing off their wares and everything. Like I said, Otis Tech had a booth over there. The booth was really nice. Shout out to the guy that's in the graphic design department for him too, man, because they were doing patches of the day, and each patch of the
each
day was
patch had a
based.
day, or each day had a patch.
Each day had a special patch, so it was like video game themed, where you
Nice.
unlock an achievement and it says "Look, congratulations, achievement unlocked." One of them was like the debt collector, and I think it said like you cleaned over 100 firearms or something like that. It's like a play on
I
words.
don't
So
know
like
that
a
I've
debt
cleaned that
collector
many
being
guns.
I, I don't even think I have 100.
So the problem is, I don't clean my guns like that. I don't buy guns you don't have to. If you got to clean it all the time, I'm not buying it. Yet, maybe I'll get there one day.
I'm starting to question your review credibility now.
I mean, $7,000 gun, you got to clean that thing. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Maybe one day.
Okay,
I ain't got
okay,
the bread like
okay.
that to just be buying guns you got to clean all the time.
But you gotta clean it anyway. Well,
I mean, I clean my guns. I just don't clean them all the time.
you need yourself some Otis Tech cleaning materials.
It's right here.
Shooter's choice.
I was literally just cleaning my Sig the other day. This is this is their pack, and it comes up up. That's me. That's me. That microfiber doesn't come with it. Comes with all sorts of crap that you need.
Hey. Quality, quality, not crap.
Well,
But
yeah, crap
yeah,
is a
the Otis Tech,
colloquialism.
crud. But the Otis Tech booth was really nice, man. They actually celebrated their 40th anniversary over there too, and don't worry, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I love their wives too, but
Their wipes are
yeah,
legit.
they're celebrating. Yeah, I mean, excellent. We're gonna get there in a minute. We're gonna get there in a minute. Yeah, we're
Hey,
gonna we gonna
yo,
get there in a minute.
yeah, you're gonna
Um,
ruin my opportunities, bro.
uh, we're
But
gonna get
share
there.
your experience. I'm not gonna stop you. Share your experience.
No, you good, you good. But yeah, they just celebrated their 40th anniversary, and they had what did they have? Like beers out there, and I think that was on day number three, and I was worn out. I'm like, yeah, I'll take a beer. Give me the IPA,
Shit,
and
they were giving
I
out beers.
yeah, it was like
Yeah,
4 o'clock. It was happy hour over there. Go
yeah,
get
four
yourself a
o'clock. Let's
beer,
go.
and I met there's this, oh God, I think his name was Steven. he was a guy that was a former teacher, but he ended up writing for a uh, I think a firearm blog up in New York, and like he's got connections to like over hundreds of gun clubs. Well, I know there's free beer on every floor, man, but it was just special because like I know people over at Otis Tech, so shouting back at Rusty. But yeah, I mean the dude just seemed like he was a fountain of knowledge, and one thing I learned from him was if a product is bad, I'm not going to do a review on it. I'll reach out to the manufacturers and let them know, hey, look, this is what I got defects on, and so on and so forth. So it's
Mm.
almost like you get to keep a positive relationship with that manufacturer without like saying you had one chance to get it right and now you'll pay, and then you just throw them under the bus.
That, I mean, that's a perspective. Some people will do it differently. Some people, they'll drop a product knowing that it's like just not that good. It's like Chinesium garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak, Speaking of which, day number one, on my way out, there's I don't know, this that's a bad transition, but anyway, uh,
Probably. But
day
keep going. I'm here for it.
so don't judge me. I'm not trying to be that guy. And you said Chinesium, and it put me, Lord, okay, I'm canceled. So anyway, there was a guy that was
Oh
representing a
my.
Chinese company called Osbar Buckle.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna lie though, because like the whole setup was cool because I gave him a tardigrade card and told him where the booth was at, and the guy was like, "Okay, cool. This is my card, and this is what my stuff does." And he's over there with all these magnets, because like first off, he's fully kitted out, right? And I don't know if he had any plates or whatever, but he was fully kitted out and uh, vest and like tactical wear and whatnot. And this dude just starts hitting buttons and twisting stuff on like these little magnetic connectors, and
Hmm.
he's just like taking stuff off, reconnecting it. I'm like, what the hell?
Like a modular
So
belt? Did you say it was a belt?
it it was every it was everything. Like his drop leg holster that was magnetically connected to him.
Magnetically
Um,
connected. Okay. That's crazy.
yes, so it was like a magnet and twist, and you got to hit a button to undo it. I mean, it blew my mind because this dude literally was like ta 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 ta, ta, and everything fell off of him, and then he put it back on. I'm like,
But is
okay.
that a good thing? Is it a good thing if you just twist it off? Because as somebody who works in fields
Hmm.
where when things get nasty, it's nasty. Like you don't really want stuff to just come off with a twist. Like I guess if it's like a button twist
Yeah,
combination.
there's so like say for example the ID holder they had, right? There's a little sliver of a button that you push in, and then you twist it, and then it comes off.
Okay, I guess
But
if it's not easy to twist,
yeah,
oh, young
but
can
I mean,
twist technique, you know.
yeah, I mean for the most part though, it's just, I mean I could probably see some use for it, but it also seems like it could be kind of gimmicky, you know? Like honestly, the sample that he gave me, yeah, about that.
Hey, it's
The
Shot Show,
sample that he
world's
gave
biggest gun
me,
trade show.
basically. But the sample he gave me, I could see myself using that at work. I would just connect my ID to it, and instead of having to wrestle with it, I'll just clip it off, scan into where I gotta go, and clip it back on.
So
So I could see.
I got a bone to pick with you, bro.
Uh
You went all
oh.
the way there and you didn't bring me back one of those? Because that sounds actually like a good idea. Do I have to send an email and be obligated to make content for these people?
But you said you have friends.
I do have friends, but I don't want
You
to.
know how many? You know how many of your other friends went to Shot Show?
So many friends.
Yeah. Did you reach out to them?
Yeah, Hoodneck's actually
Yeah.
coming on
Oh
a little
yeah, yeah.
later.
So you should have told them to go down to Osmar
Hey,
Buckle after
listen,
going to
this is what you
Otis
get for going
Technology.
first. This is what you get
Huh?
for going first. You're here.
What you mean? What you mean I went first?
As in, you're here first. It's 9 o'clock. You're here. They ain't here. You
Oh,
here.
okay. First off, you started late because
I did
I was
start late.
waiting on you. Yeah, and I was
Hey,
waiting on you. I'm
hey,
over
hey,
here.
we ain't gotta
Yeah,
go. We ain't
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go there. Come on, bro. What you talking about?
So yeah, and that's why you didn't get one now because you can't keep track of time. You probably try to reach out to me as I was getting on the airplane. Hey, bro, can you get me a? We gone. I don't
Chill,
want to
bro.
hear it. Oh man, we gotta get if we get Rostic up here so we can. You need to hear the scammer story.
Yeah.
Ooh, we gonna get to it. But
So, um,
mhm.
when I know gun websites was saying that there's nothing for sale, but sometimes these booths will have like extra stock of like their samples, and if you're important enough, they'll be like, "Hey, man, try our stuff." Or if you look important enough, that's why it's important to go in a suit. Just kidding. Go in your outfit that you show up on your social media with. Now, if you're
Mhm.
Cole on Noir, that's a black T-shirt and a black hat and some jeans and some chucks or something, and it's like you wouldn't be able to pick them out from 1,000 people.
Well,
Samples, yes.
so about that,
He said
right?
there are amples. Amples of what, sir?
Yeah. I the main booths that I remember are the ones that didn't
Yeah.
overlook me and everything. Because
Mhm. What you talking
honestly,
about? Overlook? You got overlooked? You
shit,
stop.
I wasn't the only black dude there with locks.
That's right. We did
I
talk
wasn't
about
the-
this.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, the booths that really stick out to me though were the ones that actually started out with good customer service, and they were willing to try and create that bond with you. So they weren't there just like, hey, how many lots can we put you down for? Do you want to go ahead and get this? We can get you started. So, like, oh, he doesn't have money. Just, that's nice. You
Mhm.
can email customer service at we don't care.com. You know, that
Now,
was, mhm.
with I don't want to interrupt you, but with Shot Show, do they have like Shot Show specials where if you order online or whatever, they'll give you a deal, or is it really just like,
they,
hey, if you really do want something, you got to just order it?
so there were a couple of companies that were offering like shot show discounts and everything.
Hmm.
Like I know 511 was one. I think actually it was a lot of companies that were doing that. I think was it Davidson's? They were a retail company that sells like multiple different firearms and everything else. I think they offered a
Pete
discount as
Davidson's
well.
what?
No, no, the website is called Davidson's.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
should
Pete
have started with
Davidson.
that.
See, this is why you should have went. You over here, shouting out random celebrities that might not have been there. Pete Davidson. Yeah, he'd probably be at the High Point booth. But anyway, um,
Yo, listen, I have a good relationship with High Point. I'd like to keep it that way.
I'm
Their
sorry.
guns work if the magazines work. If the magazines are broken, the guns will not work.
Well, you can always reach out to Pete Davidson. He can pick you up one of those Osmar buckles or whatever you want, okay? And the
Osmar
High Point.
buckles.
They might be connected. They might be working together. You got Osmar Buckle teaming up with High Point for the High Point Buckle. I don't know, man. This is why you got to come to Shot Show, okay? I can't get you all the information.
Um, well, real quick, dude, before we proceed, you remember that giveaway we're doing?
Mm-hmm. The
I'm
one that I'm gonna
gonna
win.
Yeah, you could win. It's very possible, especially because we're gonna be doing like 5 separate drawings as we hit different um milestones. Because it's like a
Tiers.
milestone based giveaway. I'm gonna post a link. I'm gonna pin it for those who are interested. And I think half of you know about it already, but we're giving away not this. I'm gonna take the screen. We're not this because this one is mine, but we're gonna be giving away like 5 products from Holosun, and I just got an email from Shooters Global SG, the shot timer company. They're going to be throwing in one of their Go shot timers, so like that's exciting. But until I get that in hand, we're going to be talking about the Holosun um, stuff. They're giving away one of the new Ray rifle lights. They're also giving away the 507 comp, which is a really excellent RMR footprint, big window optic, great for competition, good if you want to offset it on like a rifle or put it on a shotgun or whatever, because the reticle kind of is really sick for that. And all you have to do, really the easiest thing to do, one or two things, is go over to the Discord community that we have. If you are on Discord or you are not on Discord, if you're not, great, just join and then join our community. and be active within the last 30 days. I'm monitoring who all is active with a special app. I can see everybody who's active. And when we hit our goal, I'll draw, and you could be one of the lucky winners. There's not a ton of people over there who are active, so you have great odds. Not to, make it seem like our giveaway is not amazing, because it's freaking dope. Yes, Halusan shows love 24/7. Like it's fantastic. I love what Josh and the team are doing, and the fact that they thought we were cool enough to give us 5 separate items that I did not have to pay for, and you do not have to pay for. I could just send it to you. Is amazing. All you have to do, there is a Google Doc. I pinned it to the live chat. You go in there, basically fill it out, let us know, because if you're a YouTube member, I'm actually going to give you 10 entries. So if you're a member, let me know that you're a member, and then we'll put you in the giveaway. If you're not a member, memberships are like $5 and you can support the show. And once we reach 30 memberships paid for the channel, I will do the giveaway. And then after that, we'll figure out what's next after that. So like I said, if you want one of these, not this one, this one's mine, just go over to the pinned comment. It's a Google Doc, fill it out, read the rules, fill it out. We'll go from there. All right, let's get back to the show.
And for the record, the Bank of Black Powder was closed. There will be no more memberships until people start paying for their own memberships.
Yeah, you got to pay for your own membership. So,
but is done.
If you want to, here's the thing: this channel is fueled on the generosity of others. Black Powder, and so if you want to support what we're doing here, if you think that the Hangout streams are cool, if you think that the conversations like what we had the other day with Jocelyn, where she was talking about her MMA fight. It's not MMA. It's more like BJJ grappling, and kind of sharing her experiences and all these clips and all the different stuff. If you want me to do more of this, support the show and support yourself. Go win you a free optic. It's easy. So let's get back to it. We were talking about, for some reason, Rostic is going on and on about Staccato don't like black people. So, I mean, they've never sent me anything, but I know they work with Full Metal Sensei, so I don't know what you're talking about. At least I think they do.
I didn't make it to the Staccato. There was a lot of booths I didn't make it to because I was mainly pushing tardigrade stuff and trying to get them noticed. But like I said, day number 3, I had a little bit more freedom to move around and try and do some stuff for the podcast. Actually, let me start out with one of the companies that always shows me love, Canic. Went over there, talked to. Let's see. Went over to
Siege
Canic.
Wants to know, what do we need to know? What happened?
You shall find out.
I guess so. So you said you were talking to Canic.
Yeah, because they're literally next door to Otis Tech, which is friendly because I started out my firearm journey with Canic Firearms, and Otis Tech just happened to come along as well, and seeing them side by side. I mean, it literally gave me like a headquarters to go to. So like if I was tired or whatever, I just chill at the Otis Tech booth or stop by the Canic booth, especially since they were doing I think double giveaways each day.
Double giveaways.
Yeah. I mean, not just the handguns, but it was literally like the Century Arms booth. So like,
okay, yeah. So the rifles, AKs. I guess they mostly sell AKs at Century Arms.
They got a mix. They got
some like 1911s,
some Dragunovs. They've got some not MP5 clones, but I can't remember the civilian version.
They do have like an MP5 clone. I forget what it's called. Is it the AP5?
AP5 by MKE, I believe. They just came out with it, but they had one before. They had a couple before that, but the MKE company is the latest one that just came out with it. Looks nice. Price point of like $800, $900 isn't bad. So it's either you go with that one, and I'm not trying to like provide competition, but every now and then PSA does have some good sales, and they put that H&K MP5 on sale for like $9.99. You just got to catch it at the right time. But still, I mean, Canic had
he wants to hear about Staccato too. And listen, I ain't got nothing against Staccato. Personally, they've always been pretty chill with me. They never sent me a gun, which is fine.
I think the best person to ask about that is Rostic, because
Rostic, do you need a link? Do you need to come in here? I'm gonna give you 10 minutes if you want to just chat.
Yeah,
Tell us
because
all about your horror story.
he was doing more business oriented stuff, but
Yeah. Well, but
um,
before we get into all that, I want you to share kind of more about your experience. Um, what were we talking about? Can you tell I'm sleep
talk about
deprived?
my experience.
We want to know
So,
about your experience.
okay, Dr. Phil, calm down.
That's my liberal
So,
voice.
so the boost that I really appreciated, you know, other than Otis Tech and Canic slash Century Arms, was EAA Gerson, which was on floor two. Super down to earth people. Chad was a guy that
The
talked to me
Gerson, are they
first.
making 2011s?
They have a 2011 available. They also have a Disruptor handgun. I also believe they make
Disruptor handgun?
revolvers.
Is this Halo? What are we talking about?
So this it's their entry level 9 millimeter. Um,
Okay.
comes with a threaded barrel, optic ready. Uh, last time I checked, price point was like around 382, but that's based off the Palmetto State website. Probably
I'm
find
pulling
it
up the
maybe.
website now. The EAA Garthon.
Yeah. I've never owned one before, but the fact that they came up to me and treated me like a person, gave me information right off the bat.
Hmm.
You want to do business with that, especially since they said Chad was the guy that said they're trying to get more exposure in America. You
Where are
know,
they
I
from? What's their country
they're
origin?
EAA. I think it's Turkish, but EAA I think it's the
Yeah.
European Arms Association or something like that. I'm still doing research on the company, but
Fun.
nonetheless, the fact that they're willing to just talk to you
Yeah.
and literally just come up to you in person, look you dead in your face, windows of your soul, and have a
In the
conversation
windows of your
versus like,
soul, he said.
no, I say that because it does make a difference. Because like you can
Hmm.
tell when somebody's trying to do business with you and when somebody's just entertaining you. When somebody's trying to do
Right.
business with you,
Like they
they're
really fighting for that sale.
they it I don't know fight. Because I hear fight, I think like a car salesperson. You know, like soon as they
Yeah.
smell fresh blood on the line, hey, how can I
They,
help you? You know, you want to get this Corvette over here. You know, but they were
dude,
like,
I sometimes I turn around in car lots just to piss him off.
that's cold, bro. But
Right.
but yeah, I mean, it was an organic experience.
This one right here.
Now, yeah, I think that's one of their newer ones, 2011. But
Mhm.
the look up the Disruptor 9, I believe. That'll probably be the first one I look into getting. Along with the Canic Mete MC9 Prime. That thing is aggressive as far as the stippling. But talking about EAA right now. Um, that see that one that's got the barrel that flips up.
Mhm.
So one of the coolest interactions that I experienced was with a lady named Emily, because my girl was trying to find a firearm for her, because we all know that anytime a guy buys a woman a firearm, it's like, here you go. And it's like this howitzer, a mini howitzer. I don't know how that would be possible, but literally it's like, you can handle this. It's just, you know, like an elephant gun. I've seen you shoot that before, and, you know, your girl never uses it because you honestly didn't buy that for her. So to see like a one-on-one conversation between two women where one was just entering the firearms world and the other one was like super experienced, because Emily claimed she was a tactical girl and I think she did competitions or something, but she had a whole wealth of experience and she just talked to my girlfriend. There was no um, the stereotypical thing where you see a woman walk into a gun shop and the dude behind the counter's got a buckle and a cowboy hat, and he's like, "Little lady, you need a revolver."
Mhm.
Mm. And he spits the chaw. I
Mhm.
know that's super
Mhm.
stereotypical, but nonetheless, that's how it could come off.
Hey,
So,
Brody's being
she,
rude to my Western boys.
bro, I'm from Texas, so
Are you
I mean,
really? Are you really?
yes,
Did you tell me
yes.
that already? What part?
You said we were friends.
Yeah, I did. I did say that. We
Hmm.
were on the phone for like an hour earlier. I think we're friends.
The villain arc continues. But Dallas Fort Worth, man. I was born and raised in Euless,
Yeah.
Texas.
Okay. What part of Fort Worth?
Euless.
Okay.
It is
He said from the
Euless
hood.
is probably, huh?
He said the hood.
I didn't say the hood. I said Euless.
Yo, like there are some parts of like Dallas specifically, like Dallas, and
Mhm.
then it's like when you say you're from there, people are like, oh, he from Oak Cliff. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. It's like it's like, hey, bro.
Fl- yeah, like if I'm sitting flatland all day, every day. I can't
Hmm.
even remember the Dallas zip code 10204-7365.
Right.
Flatland.
Just throwing some
Tumbleweed
gang
on all of
signs.
it.
You said Flatland.
Tumbleweed. Yeah. Anyway,
It's hilarious.
but
Go ahead, man.
long story short, um, I aside from like looking at it from the black perspective,
Hmm. I mean, because
just
that is a
seeing
legitimate perspective. I don't want people to discount that.
true, true, but I mean also seeing the fact that they were there was a representative there that was literally just willing to talk and to work with my girlfriend and just try and find something that might work out for her as far as firearms. Um, on that note, also another shout out to the Ruger booth because they gave her the same treatment. It's because I really went over there to I'm gonna get there. Don't worry, Rusty. Uh,
Mm-mm.
I originally went over to the Ruger booth to go check out the RX Sim that I may or may not have already to see if she would like it. And she didn't like it because she doesn't like how some firearms have hard slides or whatever. It's basically her hands can't handle sliding the
Like heavy
working the
spring
slide.
weights on the slide or whatever.
Right, right. So John Dragonet, he was the contact I
John
made
Dragon
over.
Head.
Yeah, he was a contact I made over at Ruger. Cool dude. He had a partner over there, and who John was bald. He had a cul-de-sac up there. His friend just
Hey,
took the
yo.
sticker and said, "No, wait, wait, wait." There's a reason I'm saying that. I'm not hating on bald people, but it was funny because his coworker, he took like one of the Ruger stickers and he just looked at him, and John said this, and he slapped the sticker on his head. I have the picture. So that's like
Because Pixar didn't happen. That's incredible.
basically. So like the fact that they were
Golly.
chill about it, and these dudes were on like the
I
Caesar's
need you to
Forum,
send
which
me
is like
that
the
right
third
now,
floor.
actually.
Hang on. All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Just text it over when you get a chance.
But they were even willing to work with her to find something that she may like, and
Hmm.
she really liked the Security 9, so she may be getting that soon. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
But
not
Ruger and
not terrible. I mean, depends on what you want.
mhm.
Now, here's the question. Remember that little controversy that they had about last year around this time where somebody reposted like an old marketing thing that they had with the
Oh, the
hard
Black
R.
series, or yeah, yeah,
No, no, it was hard
the
R
hard
series.
R. I remember it. Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, what? y'all
Uh,
y'all could not have not known. But I'm guessing you didn't get that kind of energy when you went over there. Like it wasn't like weird. And I've never had a weird energy with them, but that's such a weird marketing choice.
yeah.
Hard R. Now
You
just
probably can't see
text it
it
over to
because
me.
it's
I'll put it on the screen.
yeah, because you're probably getting like the light from the display
So
and
much
everything.
light, bro.
I'll text it to you. But
So much light
but
and love in the
yeah,
world.
I don't think that marketing department back then was yeah, they're marketing the money. That's let's be honest. That's what most
Mhm.
companies do nowadays. They market the money. And if your base is excuse me, if your base is like law enforcement officers, military, whatever, that's who you're going to mainly market to. Um,
I asked
you,
ChatGPT what it thinks about that.
and let's be honest. I mean, around a time where you had more black people purchasing firearms and everything, back in 2020, it wasn't like, and I'm assuming this right now. It could be right, it could be wrong, but for the most part, it wasn't like, hmm, I'm going to get a firearm and I'm going to be extremely responsible with it. And I'm going to get all the training I need and so on and so forth. It was more like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I need a firearm because I don't know what's going to happen. It was based on fear, and fear makes money. So,
Dang, Rostic said I still don't sell Ruger till this day because of that
yeah.
debacle. I get it.
Oh,
Like I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
say anything. Like I get it. Like that. I
Yeah,
get it.
well,
It's
like
kind of weird. Like why would you want to be associated? But
yeah,
if you
man,
have those
I
in
don't.
person conversations, sometimes that helps to alleviate
Yeah,
those weird.
but I'll be honest with you. Sir, Rossi saying I'm wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong. I could be right.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you're talking to, what region. Like, are we talking about
Hmm.
guys in the South? Are we talking about like guys in like
No,
the
I'm
Louisiana
talking.
hunting and whatnot? Are we talking about guys
I'm
in the tactical world?
the first time gun owners, because like
Yeah,
the
first
ones that
gen.
are actually, yeah, the ones that are actually, because you had a large majority of people that at one point they were probably like, oh, guns, I can't do that. Like for example, my mom, I can't do that. Guns are bad. Every time I see a
Shoot,
gun,
I'll
I
tell
think
you a
it's
story.
evil. Huh?
I said, shoot, I'll tell you a story when you're done with that.
Yeah, but I see. So hey,
Yeah, you got to be
but what I'm
careful with
saying is
Siege.
this,
Should tell
like,
you what it is.
but like the older group, right? Now
Hmm.
I'm not painting this whole thing as a full blackness on the entire black society, right? But what I'm saying is the newer people that were only interested in getting a gun out of fear, and they
Yeah,
made that first time purchase.
you talking about 2020?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2020. Because I mean, let's be honest, back in like the 90s or so, you did have a lot of people in our society that were like, guns are bad, you don't need that. If you're gonna be a man, you don't need a gun. Just hitting you with the stereotypes and everything. And that's
yeah.
why
Well,
we've had this
I think
big
depending
catch
on
up.
where you lived,
Yeah,
like
it does depend on
violence
where
that
you live too.
included guns and then violence, even hand to hand stuff was so prevalent.
Hmm.
I mean, shoot, there's a lot of cities now that are like that where it's like you don't really want to be there after dark because it's just crazy. And it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing. It's like a in that area, poverty and violence is like the way of the world. So you don't want to be there. And guns are abused along with everything else, you know, everything else. So
Yeah,
unfortunately, guns are one of those things where if you abuse it, it's a big deal. So
yeah, but that also doesn't really help out the imagery that's portrayed whenever it
yeah, I
comes to
mean,
black
imagery is
society.
everything. Sucks that
Yeah,
you know.
but that's that imagery, that negative imagery reason is one reason why you had the whole "you're not a man if you got a gun, you don't need this whole thing." But okay, the people that I've talked to, I'm not directly targeting you because I have known people that as soon as they got the firearm, they're like, "I'm good to go," and it wasn't like one or two. Now, granted, I'm speaking anecdotally, but every time I saw somebody from the older group, they were like, "I need to get this gun," and then like perfect example during it was a range event slash barbecue I went to. There was an older lady who was like, let's just say old enough to be my mom, old enough to possibly be my grandmother. Took her into the actual range because it's over at Stoddard's. And it's like I would always see this same reaction where it's like they're interested, you're trying to teach them, you're not hitting them with like rocket launchers or anything, you're just like showing them smaller stuff, right? And they're like, oh, okay, define older group. All right, so let's say sixty,
I wouldn't
70.
define it. I wouldn't define it. I
I
would
already
just keep
defined it
going.
60,
I would just
70.
keep going.
But anyway, I just defined it 60 or 70. So here we go. Took her into the shop, taking her to the smaller firearm sections, right? Not trying to push anything on her because trying to get her to, walk around, look at stuff she might be interested in. So she kind of copes with the fact that she's in the area that she's not familiar with, right? So she starts moving down the rifles and everything. And then she's like, "Can I see one?" So the guy behind the counter hands her a rifle. Then all of a sudden, she's all like, "Okay, well," and you can literally see the change in her head. She's like, "I don't think I can do this now."
Mm,
So
I
that
hate
was one
that.
of the biggest things that I've seen happen a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, here's something I was actually talking to. If you um
Yeah.
don't reveal who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody earlier today, and very prominent person in the gun space, specifically the black gun space. Like if I said his name, you'd know exactly who he was.
Hmm.
And He was saying he was at an event talking with an older lady. Oh no, it was an older guy, and it was a training event. They were all shooting and training. It was organized. It wasn't in any way shady or low key. Like it was very out in the open, an official event. And the guy, I guess was he a lawyer? No, he wasn't a lawyer. He was like an accountant or something. Something like a real profession. And he said, "Man, this is really good. I appreciate this. But was this is this legal?" After they got done training, don't laugh. But
No, but you
it's
have people
sad.
out there.
And
Yeah.
the guy who I was talking to said it broke his heart. Like he couldn't shake the feeling for a while. Um, because like the reality was that there's people who still don't know that this is legal. And we're not talking about, and I know you're not talking about the the pockets, and it's sometimes it is just pockets of black people who they're training, they're getting out there. Maybe they don't train all the time, but they know what they're doing, you know?
Hmm.
There are still some people who genuinely believe that owning a gun's not legal, that owning a suppressor is not legal, owning full auto is not legal, and all of that can be legal if you do it the right way. When we say the right way, abolish the NFA, abolish the ATF, you know, typical gun guy talking
But
points.
you got to admit that also comes from the fact that I don't know if selective ignorance would be the right thing, because
Well, I wouldn't say
if you're
that. I think
choosing,
part of
if
that's
you
programming.
well, that's what I mean. It's like if you're choosing, everybody knows that the only people that actually follow any of the firearm rules are civilians. Let's be real. Criminals don't care. Criminals
Oh
aren't going to be
yeah,
like, oh,
nah,
oh
it's their
God,
job to break the law.
I gotta take this switch off and leave my firearm in the car because I'm entering the Whole Foods and they have a sign that says no firearms allowed. I mean, criminals don't care about that. Meanwhile, the average public,
Not a lick, bro.
right,
It
the
is their
average
job to
tax
not
paying,
care.
basically, but the average tax paying civilian is going to be like, oh, I can't take that into the grocery store, so I got to leave my firearm in the car. Oh, I can't have this on my firearm because it'll lead to this. So it's like they conform to these rules because we've been taught that in society, being a good person means that you have to do X, Y, and Z. And anytime somebody goes outside of X, Y, and Z, like let's say they do A, then X, Y, and Z, now all of a sudden you're starting to tread that gray area. And then all of a sudden they're looking at people like, I thought you were a good person, but you did A. So now we have a problem. So in order to like conform with quote unquote norms in society, some people will do A, but they might not tell somebody, you know?
Mhm.
So it's like they're trying to fit in with what's norm.
Yeah.
But the minute that they realize that, okay, X, Y, and Z isn't really working, maybe I do need A, that's when they start freaking out and everything. And then all of a sudden they're like, all right, we got to do something because A needs to be acceptable. And if it's not acceptable, then I might not be here around to, or I might not be around here to do anything. So I need A. So now they start looking at the fact that, okay, firearms are legal as long as you got X, Y, and Z. Then that curiosity starts to grow a little bit more. They're like, okay, cool. So I can add this to my firearm and I'll be okay. So now they got A, B, and they continue on down the line until they actually start learning more and more about what they can actually do within the quote unquote legalities of the firearm world.
So what I'll say, because I don't want this to go too far now, because Siege
Yeah,
wants
because
to
everybody's
fight you.
like,
I don't know what city Siege is from, but she's about to pull up and like, you know, it's gonna get nasty.
okay,
That's it.
okay.
Listen here,
Say it
hard
early.
man.
Say it
Hard
early.
man.
Why going
Listen,
back to the
it's not
rock?
even
Why
like
going
that.
back to the
See,
Ruger
just good
ad?
people. Anyways, the point is we do need to get back to the shot show discussion because I actually just got a text from the one and only Chris Hutnick, and he's going to jump in here in a few minutes. But what else did we see at shot show? I know you said you're running
So yeah,
around getting your steps in. How many steps did we get in? 200,000, 300,000.
it was like 10 plus steps a day. So you're gonna get your steps and
Nice.
you're gonna get your exercise, man. But
Tennis seems kind of light. I don't know, but of course you did say you were pitching a lot of tardigrade stuff, so
yeah,
you
talking
probably
and trying to like
spend a lot of time at
yeah
booths.
yeah basically.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Gerson's definitely on a list. Uh, had a good talk with Rostic. Like I said, put everything in
What was that?
perspective
What was
as
that
far as
conversation
like.
like? He's in the chat, but act like he's not here.
So the funny thing is, for all like 2,700 plus vendors that were there, he already did. He walked around the block and did what he had to do within like probably the first day.
Well, because he's on
Everything
a
else
mission.
after
He
that,
knows what he's there to
huh?
do. He knows what he's there to
Basically,
do. Oh
basically.
my gosh. He said I averaged 17K for about 5 days. I mean,
Yeah, because
Brody, if he
he's
didn't
there.
lose at
He's
least one
like,
pound, I'm gonna be shocked. You know what I mean?
but he's going there. He's like, look, I'm gonna hit A, B, and C, and then I'm gonna go and get patches and stickers for the kids. So like, he's hitting like photo opportunities by choice. He's hitting up. He basically hit up everybody he needed to hit up. So he wasn't like running around like some other people getting all gassed out and everything and like losing their voice because he's conserving his energy at that point. He did what he had to do. He said basically treat it like it's a business. You go in there
Mhm.
treating it like it's a Halloween for adults, you're not really gonna go far.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's work.
and you're
These
gonna be
events
burnt
are
out.
work. If you go there and just say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here," no, 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 no. Slow it down. See who you're gonna see. Actually, walk the floor once or twice. See your people. Note where they are. If you see a celebrity or micro celebrity like Gabby Franco, Olympian, she's a Walther shooter. Is she Colombian? I can't remember. Um,
Mhm.
she hangs out a lot at the Walther booth, but she'll also go on lunch every once in a while. So it's like, hey, can you head over to that booth in the right amount of time and then do different stuff? Um,
Yeah, the Walther
Rusty,
booth.
my inner Balkan is in. You know, I don't think it's that. It might be. Rostic, is this how you actually spell your name? Or is it different? Gabby's Venezuela. That's right. She is Venezuelan. We talked about that. And we didn't get into very much detail because I think she said that there's some stuff that she doesn't want to get into, but we did a show with her. It's not out yet, but it's gonna be good when it is out. So very special show. That said, I love that you know that gun websites. Um,
I'm telling you, dude knows everything as far as like what he needs to
and
know. It's like,
everything and everyone. So the fact that he's here, you said Walther Booth was worse than Staccato. I'm gonna need y'all to actually start saying saying names.
I'm working my way up to it. Working my
Well,
way up to it.
let's hit it because we're getting to that point. You know what I mean?
So after I was sitting down talking with Ross to getting some game and everything, right? Um, we were like hanging out for a minute. We ended up walking over to the Walther booth because they had like these. I think they were like 1911s or they looked like 1911s. It must have been because like they look older, but the way they had these things was like two guns facing like that, right? And they had hand etched like cowboys and like horses and like literally
Wow.
somebody took their time to like make this thing with the intricate designs on it and everything. So sad thing is Rostic was like chilling there for like maybe a good, I'm being generous, 5 minutes
Hmm.
before like one dude rolled up to him and he literally told, I can't even remember the guy's name. I just remember he had like a red and kind of graying beard and whatnot. He's about as close to Rostic's height because Rostic's a
Really?
pretty tall dude, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. And I have
he
no
told
idea
him
who that
straight to
is.
his face, "Is like, I appreciate you coming over here because like you're the only person that's actually come over here to try and talk to me. I mean, just basically let the dude know that you're the only one willing to do business, and you're the only one that's actually taking me serious, and you're not like hit me. It's not his words. I'm just like describing the scene, right?
Sure, yeah,
The He's the only person that was like just trying to talk to him and
yeah,
conduct some business, and like because you could even some of the people that were there, you could even see that type of attitude, right? So the fact that at least one person out of like, I don't know, let's say you probably had like maybe 4 or 5 people in the booth,
Yeah, because these booths are
and
pretty busy. Now, was there like a lot of people there, and you guys were like at the back of the line, or what? What happened?
this was at the front, like the entrance. As
Okay,
soon as we got there, and I mean, literally, we were staring at those firearms like it was an aquarium, right? Fish floating around and everything else. Nobody was paying attention. Yeah, I mean, that's what Rostic is saying is
hey
basically
man,
how it
I
came
haven't
up.
seen it,
You
but
know?
if you saw it, you saw it,
Yeah,
and I'm not going to take anything from your what you saw. You saw it.
they weren't the only booth like
You
that.
said they weren't busy at all. That's
They
unfortunate.
weren't.
That's
Because
unfortunate.
I mean, it's got like I said, it's kind of like you go to a car lot and you got
Hmm.
the people that look at the salespeople that are like in the office in the back or whatever. They're like, okay, who's buying? Okay, they ain't got no money because they ain't dressed right, so they just shrug you off.
Yeah, I guess
Um,
they may be just making assumptions and profiling potentially. And I know two or three Walther people, including Gabby. I've always been treated just fine, but I think those people are kind of like high up, you know. Um, so
yeah, you
sometimes
can
when
be
you're
high
higher up, you
up,
really
but
can't afford to mess around and have people accuse you of stuff, you know.
yeah,
So
you can be high up, but that customer service that you're providing, especially if you like been high up for a minute now, is not trickling down, and you can
yeah,
tell.
I mean that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a big problem. They should probably address that in one way or another. Like whether is perceived or not. Like I was working somewhere and I had somebody have a complaint filed against them for something that I thought was innocuous, but that person felt was really like immature and inappropriate, you know, from somebody else, not me. And I can't get into too many details just because it's recent. But at the end of the day, if you perceive that you are being ignored at a booth and you've been to other booths and you didn't feel ignored at other booths, that's a big deal. Anyways, Rustic said he's going to call me tomorrow and talk to me because there's a few things I guess he can't say. Um, but unfortunately, it looks like there's a few people who well, they'll treat you a little weird. Um, that
Yeah.
said, let me just.
The 511 booth was
Oh, you said
was
511 booth. How
interesting.
was that? Because
Yeah.
I didn't used to have a very high opinion of 511, and then they started dropping some bangers.
Mm.
No.
So I would say within the last 2 years, I was actually buying stuff out the 511 website. Um, Small handful of like full price stuff, and like for the most part, I'd wait on like the sales to go on because
Yeah.
I think the pants are great. Some most comfortable. I'll admit this, some of the most comfortable pants I've ever owned. But going to the brick and mortar sites outside of Shot is like night and day. Because brick and mortar, as soon as you walk in, you're being greeted. They're actually there to do business. Um, you're dealing with at Shot Show. You're dealing with, like you said, the higher ups. So like nobody's really coming to check on you or talk to you or whatever. Because the funny thing was, they had some guest
Well,
speakers.
there's a
I don't
few. There's a
remember.
few booth workers and some
Uh huh.
some employees. It's not like you're
Uh
dealing
huh.
with some retail guy.
Uh
These
huh.
are all like established employees, but some of
Uh
them
huh.
are less worth it than others, as in they're just a sales manager or whatever.
Uh huh. So anyway,
Go
they
ahead.
had like, I mean, it was some guest speaker because it was weird. They literally tried to set it up like it was almost like a weird Paris fashion show or something because they had the guest speaker on one side, then on the other side they had like um backpacks, pants, everything else, and like this weird lighted booth or whatever. And you could pull the stuff and like interact with it and whatnot. But nonetheless, I was by a backpack for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, literally opening the backpack up, pretty much selling the backpack itself. Nobody came near me as far as like the representatives or whatever, and I'm just going through the backpack, looking at it, discussing what the backpack does with other people. And honestly, if I'm talking about your product and if I get whether I get everything right or I get everything wrong, um, that's fine. I mean, hey, I'm keeping it real, man. If I get everything right or I get everything wrong, it would behoove that company to have somebody there.
Yeah. No,
You know,
you're right. Like,
yeah,
and at the end of
but
the
nobody
day,
was there.
what I can Rostic is making a joke talking about you're going to make bro lose sponsorship opportunities. You know, if a brand doesn't want to work with me because you said something that you experienced, then I don't really want to work with that brand.
Basically,
Like they should
because
work to fix that. You know what I mean? I
that,
did want to say that Chris Hoodneck's in the lobby. So,
mm,
and I know you were trying to finish up a point. So whenever we finish up with that, we'll bring him in. What up, Kato?
yeah, I got to get to the Mossberg experience too. But
Ooh, well then hit that real quick.
well, let me finish the 511 because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
long story short, 511 not. It's kind of like they say, don't meet your heroes in person. And like I said, I like the
I
quality
hit that.
of some of their stuff. Um, but basically, it's like I'm over here like, hey, do you have a business card? Oh, we have an email for that. Okay, cool. What's the email? Customer service at 511.com.
I,
So in all actuality, I
that one
didn't.
pisses me off. Like I've been there,
Yeah,
not here for that. Now
yeah,
I'm gonna need a first dot last name at your company email. Like what you talking about?
yeah. So meanwhile, I go over to Victos and Highland Tactical, and I'm getting the full spiel and everything, and I'm getting
Yeah,
contacts and so on and so forth. So opportunities just open up. But Mossberg, really quick, I just gave them my experience as far as like what got me into firearms because my first purchase was a Mossberg 88, and it was interesting because there was two representatives there, right? I can't remember the names, but I just remember there's a guy with glasses, a guy without glasses. Um, the guy with glasses is more down to earth. He seemed like he was really interested in my story and everything. The other guy was just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we appreciate you for making the purchase," and it was basically like somebody who was genuine and providing an organic experience versus like somebody that was just there.
yeah.
Um, so I left my business card with that person, But there was like many other
I hope you
booths that
hear
I
back
went
from
to, but
them because
we'll see.
these events are so frustrating. Because for every 10 cards you leave, you'll get probably like half of them will hit you back up, and then maybe
Mhm.
two or three of them it'll actually turn into something. You know, it's kind
Yeah,
of a numbers
but
game.
I still gotta reach out to everybody. Doesn't matter if they're a big company or a small company or whatever. I still gotta reach out and make sure those opportunities will bear fruit. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, I do want to bring in the one and only Hoodneck, which is it's a
Mhm.
cool opportunity to have him on anything that we do. You know, because he's down there in in the South working with the kids. So Hoodneck, bro, what's good? What's good, man? Let me bring you in on the right hand. Well, yeah, left hand, right hand. Here we go. We're all here.
All right, what's going on?
All right,
What's
good.
up,
Your
man?
audio sounds good, man.
I'm
I need to
trying. I'm
get that
trying. How
belt
y'all?
buckle from you.
Hey, man, that's all I've been hearing, man. So the thing about the belt buckles with hood, that the belt buckles have to be earned, man. The belt buckles can't be bought, man. You have to come put in some community work and give back to the community, and do something, and practice giving and not expecting in return is how you get a belt buckle, pretty much for hood neck. So whether that be
Fair
with
enough.
us or on your own, but still pushing the same mission. So belt buckles are earned. So I'll be looking.
That's what's up.
Man, I appreciate you. I know you're at home doing the domestic thing, putting kids to bed and all that. Got your robe on, swagged out. I
Oh,
see
I'm
it.
chilling now, man. My little boy. My little boy didn't went to bed. My lady now making me some shrimp and stuff right now. So I'm just doing what I do in the garage.
Yeah, man. In parallel defense, he'll hop in here in a minute talking about hood neck.
My boy, what's
Man,
the deal?
what you being a celebrity over here? That's Smiley.
I'm not. I'm the furthest thing from it, man.
I mean, you went to school in my town, so I don't know, man. You probably very normal, very regular.
I am. I'm an average person. I'm a regular person. People, it's still all is new to me. Like just being known to so many people, man. Just before Hood Nick, man, nobody was just friendly to me. Like, you see, I'm tall. Most people don't know how tall I am. So
Yeah, yeah, you're. I'm like in your chest. Like I'm pretty down there, and I'm 5'11", so like not that
We're not
short.
talking about 5'11" anymore.
No, no, but I wanted to hear about your experience at Shot, because I know you generally you'll run a booth at different stuff, or you'll go with your team. So what did you go? Did you have a booth this year, or what did you do? And how did you explore SHOT Show?
So we've never had a booth at SHOT Show, but we had a booth at the NRA and different other 2A events and stuff like that. But for us, SHOT Show is really just about reaffirming relationships and building new relationships, and really more exposure, just getting ourselves out there. Because even though we've been doing it, I've been doing Hood Nick since 2017, but we've been tax exempt since 2020. So I'm really new to the business side of stuff, and that's what SHOT Show has been for us this year, focusing on the, more the business aspect and applying all the stuff I learned over the years to really level up.
Yeah, that's good. I had to let DJ Play Nice know, who is an amazing moderator, by the way, and a channel member. So we appreciate him. That we actually updated the Instagram profile, no underscore these days. So you wanted to follow. Can we actually get the link for Old Hood Neck? We want to make sure, and Black Powder Podcast, of course, because we want to make sure we can share that and make sure you guys are getting love. A little bit of payment for your time.
I appreciate it, man. Everything I do, all proceeds go to the community, man. That's what people don't know, man. Every penny I make from Hood Nick, no matter social media dollars, affiliate marketing, or whatever, donations, grants, everything goes to the community, literally.
Yeah. We've seen the work, bro. If you follow you on socials, we see like you get the Camp Hood Neck, and you got the kids out there, and you're teaching them to hunt and fishing. What did they call it? The 3 R's?
Recruit, retain, and reactivate.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I've seen the work. So anytime I can support you, anytime I can bring you on and let people know what you're doing, I'm just like, easy.
Nah.
That's not hard.
Yeah, I got to start reposting your stuff too. Can I ask a question about my bad, man. Yeah, you mentioned NRA. I was actually curious about your experience there, man. Like, can you describe what it was like? Because I see you shaking your head. You like,
yeah. The NRA was an experience like no other still to this day. And that was the NRA event when they came to Houston. So we were actually donated a booth from someone who had a booth and they couldn't do it and they didn't want to go to waste. And they wanted to donate to a nonprofit organization. And through the blessing of God, we were able to receive that booth. So it started off all good. It was our actual first time ever setting up a booth or anything like that, of that scale. Man, so it started off slow, man. We got NRA crowd is totally different from the SHOT Show crowd if you've been there both. But we got a lot of love because a lot of people in Houston, a lot of people in Texas know of us, and we get support locally, so that was beneficial for us. But it started to create a little buzz within the show, man, because we would have so many people keep stopping by our booth and just asking to take pictures and talk to us that the people who didn't know about Hood Neck, man, NRA is a FUD convention. So all the FUDs were walking by and they were like, Hood Neck.
You're right. A lot of older dudes, a lot of guys wearing their pants up all the way on the bellies. You know what I mean?
Man, when I say FUD, man, all we can say good old boy, man. It's all in the same group of categories, but man, it's a lot of older gentlemen from where the 2A community has been stated for the last several years that they're trying to get away from. So that demographic. So we got a lot of that, man. We got a lot of nose ups, side eyes. People look at us and just walk off and just keep going. But we would get some people would come up. I give you an example, a lady. She came up to us. She walked up to us. She looked at us up and down. She looked at the booth. She looked at what we were doing. And she saw all the people around us asking for pictures and just talking to us and stuff. Then she walks off. And then she comes back. And she was like, all right, you got me. I'm curious. What's Hood Neck? And she said just like that. She said just like that. So I was like, all right. Well, I tell her about Hood Neck. Then next thing you know, she was like, we need more of that. She went to go grab her husband. So she grabs her husband. And he was like, Hood Neck. They're older. They're older.
Yeah.
Man, they're an older couple. He's like, Hood Neck. Man, so I tell him the same, Hood Neck gospel that I tell his wife. And before the end of that conversation, man, that man pulled out $100 out of his wallet and said, man, I don't want no shirts, but I just want to make a donation. So we got a lot of that, a lot of converts. We converted a lot of people. If that's what you want to call it,
That's freaking dope. I love that. Now, a little bit, while we have you here, because I know Parallel Defense wants to jump in and say hi, and talking about Rostic Arms is talking about, hey, he's never met you before, he wants to meet you. Great. Now we brought the celebrity in. Everybody wants to jump in the chat. I see y'all. Come on, man. Appreciate
I ain't no celebrity, man.
If you would have started on time.
Wow, stop, bro. Come on, man. Point being is, can you tell us a little bit about your SHOT Show experience, and then we'll bring in Smiley.
Yeah. So SHOT Show for me for this year was very good. We are taking a different approach to social media, being a nonprofit, because a lot of people, we're not influencers. We don't do that influencer stuff. We're an organization. We're a nonprofit organization that's blessed to have a social media following to fundraise, and that also can spread influence. A lot of people like to push group, but in that little influencer bubble, but I don't. So that's I went to SHOT Show this year with that approach, and got good response back from a lot of companies that we've been working with. We leveling up, and they're willing to level up with us to sum up a lot of things. But on the business side, it was good. But man, on the personal side, it's all business really. But just to the personal side, like when the DM, man, it wasn't how it used to be, man. We used to be in SHOT Show like the black 2A community is what I call it, man. We've been in SHOT Show 30, 40 deep for the past few years, man. It's a real big disconnect, man. I always try to, I'm real big on community focuses. So I pay attention to my veterans. I pay attention to my minority. I pay attention to the women groups and all that stuff who go to SHOT Show, and just all in general, man. In the black communities, most definitely, numbers did decrease. I've been going to SHOT Show every year since 2019, and I can honestly tell you that we are. That probably was second to smallest we've ever been, probably from my first SHOT Show. My first SHOT Show was probably the smallest we've ever been as a number size from my point of view, and this is probably the second to smallest.
Wasn't it your second SHOT Show where you were like you and Tig, aka my sister's keeper, when she was still in the space? Was it your second SHOT Show that you guys were highlighted?
Man, I don't know how many SHOT Shows me and Tig ran through together. Probably 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is how long she been on? This is her second SHOT Show she's been going. So yeah, but it's not just her. It's a lot of people, man. It's too many to name, man. I have to go back to the group pictures, and you will be like, hey, none of these people have been that shit. The last several SHOT Shows, it just gets smaller and smaller every year. To a point to where, man, this is super small. I'm gonna say everybody who went to SHOT Show this year are people who've been doing it, but are trying. They're in the same stage as me, are trying to level up. And man, it's just disheartening to see, man. I remember being surrounded by more like-minded people that look like me, and it made it more fun, I try to separate business and pleasure, but man, I did get a lot of pleasure of seeing people who look like me doing what I was trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's helpful, and it changes like some of the conversations that we unfortunately had to have earlier where people were like, hey, I went by this booth and we were kind of ignored, like really ignored. And, some people will say they'll kind of explain it to me later. I think Rostic said he'll call me tomorrow and just kind of break it down for me a little bit better. But that is harder to do when there are so many high caliber individuals who, look like you and I, it's harder to ignore people. It's like, cause you don't know who you're going to be talking to. Oh, this, you just ignored Chris Hoodneck, right? Oh, what? No, bro, you know what he's doing in this space? Oh, wow. Won't make that mistake twice. Stuff like that happens, man, and it helps.
You get a lot of that. I even still deal with that stuff. Not to say that I am a big person in the industry, because I'm not. But I feel like that is because people go to SHOT Show without a plan. I remember going through SHOT Show and getting blown off and stuff by people as well. But you have to have a plan with SHOT Show. You should know who or what companies and who at that company you should want to talk to. So many people stop this influencer stuff, man. Y'all gotta stop approaching these companies as influencers, man. They got enough influencers, man.
They have a lot.
Stop. Y'all hurting yourself so much on that, man. Y'all are a business, y'all a company, multimedia company, however you want to dissect it and present yourself, but put some respect on your name, because they not make them handle you with respect, and you're not gonna get no respect saying you're an influencer. You sound like a child walking around saying you're an influencer, you know. We gotta, man, it's just a lot. I can go on all day about all this stuff, man, but the people at these shows, a lot of these people don't work for these companies. They're hired in, and you got to understand who at these companies you're reaching out to. Stop reaching out to marketing managers. Marketing managers hold no weight in the industry. All they do is post what they're told on social media. Social media managers, social media marketers, stop wasting your time reaching out to them, because they are in the lowest of the totem pole in the marketing subject. You should be looking out to marketing directors and people of that such, VP of marketing. You should start from the highest, most marketing person and work your way down. You should be passed down. You should never start from the bottom and work your way up. If you're the boss of your company, you should be talking to the boss of that company. If you handling your marketing, you should be talking to the person who handles marketing for that company. Man, we just gotta stop all of. We're just doing business bad, man. That's why we get handled wrong and as such, man. People go in there and they handle me as such, and I tell them, I was like, hey, I may be small, but I'm a big dog. Y'all could. I know y'all. Is y'all still in here?
Are we still here?
Yeah, you can give me the screen.
Okay, yeah, man. I was about to say had this fear, but I'm small, but I'm a big dog, man. I know y'all don't know of me, and that's cool. That don't hurt my pride or nothing, man. It's a big ass world, and I don't expect everybody to know of me, man. I'm a realistic person about life, you know. So yeah, man, that's how I approach it, man. Stop getting discouraged, man. I'm hood nigga, man. Hood is the first part of my damn organization, man. That shit's so off-putting to so companies, many companies. If I get told no more than most people can fucking imagine, but you know, it is what it is, man. I would only expect that, like I know I'm not gonna be pleasing to everybody in the world. So when that time comes, I just keep it moving and don't waste no time on it, and find the people that I am appeasing to, you know.
No, absolutely, bro. I'm 100% here for it. Siege, gave you your propers talking about, I think he just gave a masterclass. Absolutely he did. Because I've experienced the same things. Do you know how much more respect I got working with a company like HK? And I've never done an HK review, but I've gotten a ton of respect because I inadvertently had a conversation with the guy who pretty much runs everything, like the VP of marketing from HK versus like, some associate director of sales or something. God forbid you get stuck talking to a salesman. You've talked to the wrong person. You should leave and come back. I'm telling you, you made a mistake.
The chain of command is going to be VP of marketing, marketing director. Then it's going to be a marketing manager. And then it's going to be a social media manager.
Oh, don't talk to the social media guy. You're in trouble.
I spending too much. These social media managers be hyped up on power because they control the social media page. So they may not have no power, but they running a page with 300,000 followers on it, getting all the DMs, all that stuff. They on power trips, man. You can't do nothing for me. You can't do nothing for me.
Like, it's true, because if you ask for something, they'll have to send it up and be like, well, send us your numbers and we'll decide. So you can see the numbers. It's all public.
I got a controversial take.
Controversial take.
So you remember, I think it was the last SHOT Show where there was a certain incident that happened? Because I was thinking about what you were saying as far as like the dwindling numbers of black people showing up at SHOT Show. And I think that incident that happened last year may be a reason, like I said, controversial, may or may not be a reason as to why the numbers have gone down.
I actually just talked to him.
Hell no. You talking about when that man got assaulted?
When Devin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, look, that ain't it. If anything, the black toy community was more upset and infuriated with that. Man, that man is paralyzed in one arm, man. That man's a former Marine. He around the wrong people. Ain't nobody supposed
Yeah.
ain't nobody touching nobody with me like that.
Like I said, it's controversial.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah,
I
yeah,
hope we can have a conversation, me and him. I just sent him a DM, and we're in the middle of a conversation right now. So apparently he's
I
about to
appreciate
drop some
it.
stuff.
Well,
He's
I,
about to announce some stuff, and I'm really hoping that he and I can have a real conversation now that things are moving and apparently not moving. So he just told me that he had to have his jaw wired shut for 2 months.
yeah.
Yeah. For what? For what? Nah.
Yeah, because that happened a
A
whole
year
year.
ago. 1 year ago
Yeah,
today, pretty
something
much.
don't sound right. Something don't sound right.
For
Yeah.
real, for real.
Yeah. By the way, Parallel Defense, if you want to jump in, you send that request and we'll bring you in. But I did want to make sure that, Chris, if you had anything else you wanted to share from the show, you could definitely share. Because I know working with different companies, I guess here's my question. You said you had the objective to work with certain companies. Was there one or two companies in particular that you were like, hey, we're going to SHOT Show. I got to talk to these guys and maybe these guys. I haven't talked to them before.
New?
Yeah, new guys.
So this year for SHOT Show, hunting was a bigger focus for us. So
As
on
it
the
should
two-way
be.
side, the gun side, we pretty much locked in on all the companies where we want to go forward with moving
Yeah.
with. We don't want to, like I said, I'm not an influencer. I'm not trying to work with every pistol company. I'm not trying to work with every rifle company. I'm not trying to work with every shotgun company. And when it comes to rifles and hunting, I'm not trying to work with every bolt action company. I'm not trying to work with every lever action company. I'm trying to find one company that fits all our tailored needs to what we are trying to do on 3 categories: pistol, rifle, and shotgun. That's how I use it. So, we've been running with Staccato. Staccato, we reaffirm stuff with them. We're just gonna keep running with them, and they giving us support. Always giving us support and being big supporters. So that was good to reaffirm that relationship with them.
Oh, that's
On our
good.
rifle side, man, we locking stuff in with Q, man. We ain't announced it officially yet, but we are gonna be
I'm sorry, you said Q?
Yeah, with Q.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we're not gonna be, all our hunting stuff. When you see us out here hunting, we're gonna be doing that. So we were with Retail this past season on shotguns. We're gonna still shoot them, but I don't know if I'm going to do anything. We still in the works and talks and stuff because it was just a lot of business politics and stuff like that on the shotgun stuff with Retail because they're in Turkey and stuff like that. But
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about them Turkish shotgun brands? Because there's a few that are cool.
the only thing I don't like, I love everything but the 3.5-inch shells, 12 gauge. I'm not a fan of 3.5-inch, especially when hunting. I like a nice 3-inch, but that's it. I shoot it still. Hey, I got 3.5-inch box right here. So I'm still gonna shoot it, but if I could change anything, I would shoot 3-inch.
Yeah. Well, Rostic was saying Q, that's fire. Absolutely. That is the most premium of rifle brands that you can ask for. Like we're talking about like Ultra Gucci and y'all working with them. That's amazing. And for all the talk about how Staccato don't like black people from before in this stream, you're as black as they come.
Man, look, I'm
that's
the first person Staccato has ever worked with. They was STI when I started working with Staccato. Most people don't know that at all, man. I hear that they don't fuck with black people stuff. I know, man. They don't fuck with black people, but I heard it so much. I ain't gonna lie, man. It did start to weigh on me a little bit. I was like, damn, because they had changed staffing probably 2-3 times within the last 2-3 years.
They had Kristen, and now they have other people. So
it's a whole they got they had hired somebody else, now they got new people now. So that's what I'm saying. It's just been a whole reaffirming stuff. But man, Staccato has black employees. They've always had black employees before me. They've hired new black employees since I've known them. I've met new black. So people say that about Staccato, man, Staccato pro black. Back when Staccato, people forget, man, Staccato had a super pro black run of working with influenced people on social media.
Miss Hero. I was bringing people
to Staccato, and Staccato was loving them and supporting them and stuff like that. It was just the change of staffing and conflicts change, big changes over time. So that's all that was.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that, and it's unfortunate because that kind of accusation is really powerful, Yeah. And the fact that you said you heard it before, that I hate that. Parallel defense is here, so I'm gonna let him slide in the left. Oh, that's how this works. I've never had 4 people in here before.
So I see Rostic say he's talking from the dealer perspective. Yes. If you're talking about Staccato, yeah, Staccato dealership program is a whole nother ball game on a whole nother level. And I'm telling you this from insight, man. It's not a members only club, but it should be treated as such, man. It is very exclusive to become a Staccato dealer, man. Yeah. I do know black
I
dealers
think
with
Staccato,
Staccato.
to talk on what Chris was saying, I don't think Staccato doesn't work with black people. I think it's more of they changed their lane. Because I've seen Staccato work with DJ from Guns and Butter. They're working with Tyler Jamal. Send both of those guys pistols. They just are moving, or they have moved from the primary shooter being a competition shooter to it being law enforcement centric. So because of that, you're not going to see a lot of people sending guns out. Because for a while, I thought the same thing. I was like, man, they don't mess with black people, but they're all love when you meet them. It's just, aligning with company needs. And to talk about some of the stuff that Chris was talking about way back when, like, you have to understand the companies you want to work with and what their audience is, right? So if you go up to the show and you're trying to work with the company and your audience or your channel doesn't align with theirs, yeah, they're gonna tell you no. And that's not like something you can kind of change. For you, just do better on your planning and understanding of what your audience is to what theirs is. I think that's a big issue that people don't understand nowadays.
Same facts, and that's what people don't understand either. I'm a veteran, and I have a strong police support following. Man, I'm not anti-police. Man, you'll never hear me say "fuck the police" or nothing like that. Man, I preach more police from the community. I tell more people, if you want the police force to change, we need more police officers from our community. So that's what I'm saying. It is police and military. That is you gotta find your lane to work with them, man. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
Which some people can swap lanes, right? Like, not to, toot my own horn. With me and my co-host's background, we're active duty military, we're law enforcement in the military. So we kind of use that to our benefit, explaining to some companies like we do it all. But again, don't be out here like not understanding what that is, right? We understand what it is to do all of it. We have the capacity and capability to do all of it, to speak to all of it. So it's unique to us. Some people just want to review guns, right? They just want to be influencers. Like Chris said, you can't just walk up in there saying you're an influencer. You have to know your worth. You have to be able to deliver, right? And you have to deliver on demand. You have to tell these companies what you can give them, what they're going to get out of sending you something. And I
Facts.
think that's the difficult part in content creation, especially with smaller channels, is you are a smaller channel, right? If you're not entertainment centric, right? If you're not doing nothing but entertainment, then it's going to be easy to get stuff because you're going to drive the numbers, right? I see guys on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube all the time doing crazy, like, yo, look at my 3.5-inch build, and they have hundreds of thousands of views. Those guys kill my numbers in the comparison, but when you look at what I'm doing versus what they're doing, some companies are more willing to work with me due to what I'm delivering versus them. And
Mhm.
other companies are like, you don't give the numbers that we want. Sorry. Cool. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Guess what? I'll try again next year. And that's the other thing, is the not quitting factor. Um, Social media is growing every day. All of us have accounts that are growing every day. A follower here, a follower there. Just because this year at SHOT Show 2025, you may not have fit you know, their audience or what they're looking for, doesn't mean next year you won't. I had one video do 6 million views and it gave me 8,000 subscribers. And now I'm on more companies' radars because I fit their bill. Is it one of those things that you should feel shitty about? Not really. It's kind of just the politicking of it, right? Understanding like they want to see numbers. If you can't produce numbers, they're not getting a benefit. They're not making anything out of sending you a $2,000 rifle or pistol or whatnot. Like that's the part about it that gets discouraging to creators. Is like you have to understand what goes into all of this shit.
That is a good point too, because I
I
think it's
mean,
kind of
preach.
weird. It's like you spend, because I mean I've seen your videos before too, man. It's like you put time and effort. You actually consider what you're trying to cover and everything before you put it out there. You even ask people to go back and, I guess, preview the video before it's actually official. Versus like, and I guarantee you, if you shoot something, you're probably going to show the target. That's one of the biggest things that I hate about seeing content where You got somebody that does like 1,000 round review on a certain rifle or a certain firearm or whatever, and then you got that one person that goes out 3 times. This is a good gun. I guarantee you're gonna like it. It's gonna sell great. You don't even see the target. For all you know, they
Yeah.
might have been shooting at a fire hydrant or something, man. I mean, it's just
Stop.
you don't.
He said a fire hydrant.
Tell me I'm wrong. You don't
They
know.
No,
do
you're
They
do
not
don't
that.
wrong.
show it.
I haven't shown the target in many of my videos, but what I do for a lot of people to understand that I am a experienced shooter is I post my competition content. So
Hmm.
maybe in my reviews you don't see my target, but you can go look at any of my matches and see like, okay, he's not a scrub. He's not somebody that can't shoot. Just to give it some perspective, right? And again, understanding what you can and can't do. At the range that I shoot at, I wouldn't want to show the target. It's a crappy range. It wouldn't look good on camera, so I save that. I like shooting steel because it gives you instant gratification, instant notification. But no, that's my biggest pet peeve with creators is they don't get creative, right?
Hmm.
They're not looking at all the out like they're not looking at the entire thing objectively and seeing what makes me different, what can I do to gain people's trust and understanding. This year at the show, man, I converted. I mean, I saw Chris what maybe 2 or 3 times, and it was in the evening. I think I only saw you on the floor one time. All the guys I saw there were working, bro. Like in and out. Nobody was BSing, which is what I love to see. It does suck to Chris's point that there were less black creators there, but that's on us older guys, in my opinion. Like if we don't teach the younger guys that are getting into this how to get there, they're never gonna get there. We did a live a couple weeks back with Melly. He's out with Rostic and my guy Johnny out of Charlotte. They both want to go to Shot next year. Both of their accounts. Melly has
Yeah, Melly's doing numbers.
450,000 subscribers,
Hmm.
and Johnny has 33,000. I only have 15. But on a review platform, I'm doing more than them. It's because what they created their platform around is not review centric. So
No,
having to
it's more
explain that to them.
entertainment, lifestyle
Yeah, but
stuff.
now they're
Mm.
shifting. Both of them like, no, I want to shift to reviews. Awesome. Here's the recipe, dude. No more gatekeeping. I'm not a fan of gatekeeping. This
Hmm.
internet shit, this content thing. All of us can do it. Chris, you were there. Black Powder, you were there. Y'all seen how
Yep.
many companies are there? There's a whole hotel with
2,700.
top
Yeah.
bottom floor and a whole separate building full of people. There's enough bread, enough companies for all of us to work with.
Hmm.
So,
And you know it's funny because like a long time ago, one of the main things I mentioned it was like probably sometime a year, maybe 2 years ago, is the fact that it's already hard enough if you're coming up as a content creator on your own, and like you, for example, me, I'm not seeing the numbers that I would like to see because number one, I know I'm not putting in enough content. Number two, my skills have been crazy. So number three, it's like you get what you put in. So
mhm.
my goal is to change that this year because I'm clearing out my schedule. I'm making sure I got room to go ahead and do X, Y, and Z that's necessary. However, success with the group, in my opinion, will work a lot better because I'll give you an example. The booth that I was representing this year, they were talking about the prices of I think it was like just to get their booth there on the first floor. It was no, they might have been talking about next year. Either way, $8,000 for a booth,
Oh,
right?
I was
easy.
gonna say it's about 8K.
That's for the
8K, and then on
small
top of
booth.
that, they're gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, a small booth. Then they're talking about raising the price next year. And like I said earlier before y'all showed up, the guest passes used to be $50 because it was my girl and I that were out there, and they invited us over there. The guest passes a long time ago, $50. They raised that guest pass up to $200. So you already got that 8 grand plus that 200, that 400 actually. That's 8.4 right there. And then on top of that, God only knows what else they're gonna try and charge you for. So it's like, long story short, to even get in the shot show, it seems like like you've been saying, like all y'all been saying, you gotta have your stuff on point. You gotta have a plan, but you also gotta have a plan to get there first. Because I mean, I think in the Discord somebody is saying that it's open to the general public, but let's be
Yeah,
honest,
that
if the
was
general
me.
public
It's
goes in
open
there,
to it's
yeah,
open to attendees and anybody can attend. The problem with that is it's not a show for you to just walk up and see. I want to see Chris Hoodneck. You go see Hoodneck there, he gonna dap you up, he gonna say, hey, nice to meet you, man. He gotta get to work. It
hmm,
is a networking event. You can't be
Yeah.
sitting
exactly,
there on the floor trying to meet your heroes because your heroes are working, right? Like
yeah,
people see us there, they see the content, they're like, yo, those boys are having the time of their life. Hell No, that shit is tiring,
Getting
bro.
my
You're
steps in, bro. What
walking.
you mean?
Yeah.
I think I walked 30 miles in 5 days. I was averaging like 12,000 steps a day. You're tired. When you get back to your
Yeah.
people don't want to go out. We do go out, but that's again to continue the networking, to
So
Yep.
continue that.
let's pause right here because this is what people always, and I've not been to shop for those wondering, but people always say, "Hey, deals get done at Circle Bar. Deals get done at the after party." True or not true?
Subjective.
Yeah,
So
it,
it
it depends on
actually,
a person.
Yeah, I don't go
I'm
to I deliver through me, right? Through Smiley. I'll tell you a small story. I met one company towards the end of towards the end of the show. I was like, "Hey, I want to review one of you guys' products." Like kept it real or I'm giving you guys a short one. I want to review one of you guys' products. They said we go through a third party person. I left it alone at that
Was
because I
that
know how those
Trijicon?
agencies are. No, it was a POF. They said we go through a third party person and I was like, "Cool." And he was like, "Well, tell me about your stuff." Delivered, explained to him everything I do, explained to him my background, top to bottom, was able to regurgitate and let him know. And he was like, "Here's my card. Either we'll get the company to work with you or we'll work with you. Shoot me an email. It's
I
what
love
you can
that.
put out."
Perfect.
Circle Bar and the parties, I'm not trying to make business deals there because 99% of the time people are intoxicated, having a good time. They're not trying to talk business. That's where you develop a relationship. Um, I got a lot of friends already. So trying to make new friends is one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to make new friends with these people in the company. We can be friendly, we can be cordial, but I want the relationship to be professional.
right. But on
Uh,
that point of the bars and everything. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead, man.
oh no, all I was gonna say is that just what he was saying, man. I think it's more of the relationship is started right there at Circle Bar, man. We built a more favorable relationship outside doing those stuff. I wouldn't say deals because we still have to follow up and you don't want to embarrass yourself doing no crazy shit at Circle Bar because that shit still be going down and you can
You go crazy
blow a
as hell.
deal.
But it's funny because like Rossick's over there in the chat talking about the bar and everything. But one of the main things he told me he brought up was like if he's doing business, and hopefully I'm saying this correctly, but if he's doing business, he don't want to be drinking with somebody he's doing business with, and it's mainly because um, if you're intoxicated, depending on what type of drunk you are or whatever, you might not have full capability to do that business. You got somebody's got their arm around you talking about, hey, yeah, so I'm gonna give you these five
Somebody starts
thousand
crying.
units. You're gonna pay me $100,000, and you're gonna get it next year, okay? And you're over there like, yeah, sure, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no. Circle Bar,
And then
Circle
you,
Bar is cool. The parties are cool to like learn Devin, right? Not or learn Smiley, learn
mhm,
me. You want to learn me? Like
How
let's
the
talk about it. Like you
hell?
get to know me as a person.
yeah,
But outside of that, mm-mm. And I wasn't drinking no way because again, like Chris said, they get wild in there, and I'm not. It's a professional event at the end of the day. It is a networking thing. There are the companies, right?
mhm,
The companies, the CEOs, they can get as wild as they want. You know why? Because they're the ones that are going to pay you. They're the ones that are going to give you stuff. As the creator, as the person on the opposite side trying to get something to benefit you, I can't be crazy. I'm essentially an employee, right? You would never go to work and get crazy with your boss because he's gonna look at you different. Like that's when you
Mm,
got to know what card you want to
that's
play.
true.
I don't get
And you put the brand at risk too.
Yo, my
Get a
wife is
lot of
telling me
people
a
looking at
story.
you like,
Can
I
I
don't think
retell?
you're
perception,
business.
perception is everything, man. You gotta use it to your
Hmm.
favor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We
So
already black.
let's,
Damn,
yes,
We already
that's
we
what I'm
don't
already
mess
saying.
this
black.
up.
That
But
part right there.
the
I
amount
knew
of
they would
the
do
amount
that.
of
They
marriage
just,
ending stories that I've heard about coming from Shot Show, people that I respect, I'm just like, hey, yo, is that really happening, or are we just making stuff up, trying to come up with stories?
Subjective again. Everybody
Yeah.
has their own little shot show thing. Shot show is massive. You can never keep tabs on enough people. On all 3 nights, there was probably 2 or 3 different parties to be at. So
Hell
like,
yeah.
could marriages have gotten ruined? Sure. Is it probably on them? Sure.
it is
Like
Vegas.
Always. It's not my fault.
listen, here's what I'll say. Most of the guys I run with, Chris, Trey, Jason, my boy Red Hat, we be in the bar, we say what's up, we have our drink, and 2 hours later, I don't see any of them. Them boys, they look, you go to the mingle, you go say what's up, you get out. There's no reason to be there till 4 in the morning. You got stuff to do. Most of us
Right.
have
Yeah.
meetings or work in the morning. So, and
Got
again,
stuff
because
to do.
yeah,
Now,
because
Chris,
we are
you
black
said
in
you've
the
been here,
community.
you've been doing this for years.
Yeah, man. That's everything he's saying is right, man. I started off doing all the wrong shit. That's what I'm saying. I know. I was in by. I tried to be. It was probably Tuesday was probably the only night that I stayed out super late. Other than that, man, we was in before 10, 11. It's got so much business to handle, man. That
No, we were
business
talking
is.
about super late, like 2 a.m. or
Man, I used to be up all night. I used to be up all night at SHOT Show, 3, 4 in the morning, and be right back at the show at 9, man.
Ain't no
Not
way.
no more. Yeah.
Ain't no way.
I don't want to
9
be.
o'clock.
I be
It's
feeling how
7 hours.
still handling business, you know.
Rostic throwing darts. Talking about if you were throwing away your marriage at the show, you are losing.
You're not wrong, man.
You're not wrong.
Be surprised what the people
You gotta
throw
be
away
ready.
in Vegas.
Yeah, I think some people are all like, it's Vegas. So, I mean, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas, and meanwhile, you got a whole wife with you there. So yeah, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas till we get back, and it goes
I
to
don't
the
bring my
courtroom.
wife, and that's my other thing. I don't bring my wife with me out there because this is Devin's hobby, right? I'm not. Listen, that's the other thing, right? I'm not about to bring my wife around all these drunk people, white, black, Hispanic. They want to get touchy, they want to get stupid. That's how people get punched in the face. Devin don't need to ruin no relationships because you got stupid with my wife. That's when I separate church and state.
Yeah.
Wifey stays at home. I go do my shit.
Even with the party and stuff, man, a lot of people get caught up on not getting invited to some of these parties. It's cool to want to party.
Shit.
If you don't get it, I seen a meme, and this meme was 100% true, man. If you don't get invited to a SHOT Show party, please don't feel bad because they didn't invite you because they're doing coke, and that shit is absolutely true. I didn't been to a party. I was like, oh, I don't drink liquor. I damn sure ain't finna do no coke. Like this ain't my type of party. So I'm saying people are in Vegas to turn up and have a good time. Everybody's there. So we are trying to grow in business. People already have established business and work for established business. So it's almost a work vacation for them. Everybody's not on the same mission. You got to understand that when approaching SHOT Show.
Yeah, I don't be at them parties too. And then some of the parties, like you can get invited to some, but like there's one party every year. I think I seen Chris there this year. It's so hard to get an invite to somebody's party. Just because you don't get invited, sometimes it's in your benefit. You'd be like, damn, I'm happy. When old boy got punched in the face, I was like, I'm happy as hell I wasn't at Circle Bar because I heard it turned into a brawl. Again, we are still black. When shit turned into a brawl, they see you rumbling. Chris is about 6'6", 6'7". Chris is going down to the floor. Ain't no reason for
Chris getting tased
Rostic.
first.
Daryl is a big guy. If they're out there, he looks like a threat. There's no reason to be surrounded in that area.
They
You're
said
there for
great bodily
business.
harm.
Yeah. I'm still tripping. And Chris over there saying that they had powdered sugar and they weren't making no cookies, man. I mean,
hey,
I believe it though, but I mean, it's just Jesus.
Man,
Chris ain't wrong. The first year I saw that, I was like, "Oh, time for me to
I
go."
believe
This ain't.
I'm
Hey,
not-
look,
They said they passing around
first
salt.
time being around shit like that. That's why the only way I know how to maneuver. Because man, y'all get caught up in trying to work with these companies. Nah, no thank you.
Nah, not like that. Definitely not like that.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
That look
ain't
like
even
Michael
serious.
Jordan's kid.
What?
We'll make a deal if and only if you do it. Like, nah,
He said,
It's fun.
Yep.
It's fun. It's an experience. You got to go with the plan. You got to be prepared to hear the word no. You got to be prepared to give what you want in it. You're not going to convert everything, right? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't take every shot you can. I shot at some big companies this year. Do I think I'm gonna convert? Absolutely not. Am I gonna send them an email? 100%. You have no idea, right?
You'd be surprised who has room in their marketing budget, who has room. They've got a few more samples, and they kind of like your vibe. You kind of got the look that they want. We'll go for it. Yeah.
Collaboration's huge too. Shout out to Jason. I said it in our live earlier. Jason threw me probably 6 or 7 companies. Told me straight like this: go to this company, say Jason from Classic Firearms sent you, and give them your spiel. Can I tell you? Probably 5 out of the 6 companies converted. Hey, here's my card. Give me a call. We'll lock in. Right, and
It is who you
that
know.
should be happening. But that should be happening more in the community. Seeing people who put in the work, who you approve of their stuff, who you want to watch their stuff because they have good stuff. In the event, once you're locked in, right? Because take care of yourself. Once you get locked in, you develop the relationship, pass it.
Hmm.
hey, I know you guys love my content. I
Basically.
know you guys love the stuff that I'm doing. This other creator here, this other guy is doing just as good stuff and could use, and you guys could benefit from each other. Make it a beneficial on both sides. So whenever the alley oop does, this company is thinking, oh, I'm going to benefit from that, right?
Hmm.
Just as much as the person is.
Be realistic about how beneficial you are, man. Take your pride, take emotions out of that shit, and use logic, man. If you don't have nothing to offer, so everybody has something to offer, but be real with yourself about what you have to offer and what you can offer. How can you add? Can I truly add value, or is this just some hopeful ass shit? You know, it's like I know I can't add no damn value to Glock. That's why I've never gone to Glock, and it's nothing I can do. They can only add value to me. That's why I don't go to Glock and never tried to talk to nobody, nothing remotely close, man. They Glock and anything hood, hell no. I know that shit not even going. They not
Uh-uh.
even thinking on that marketer's perspective at all.
Glock is
But
a
just
cop
like how
brand. They not doing that.
exactly, but just like how he was
Unless it's a
saying,
movement.
bring people in. I seen them talking about GTIM, man. GTIM stay with us. You most
Yeah, they're
definitely have.
going
Yeah,
crazy.
I told them, man, y'all need to get in shot shows. Y'all out here doing this, putting all this great content out. If y'all gonna take this shit serious, y'all need to get to shot show, man. I told them boys, come stay with me, man. Y'all go do y'all thing. If I can
They
introduce y'all,
went,
I can
they're
y'all.
going stupid right now.
But they doing their own shit, man. I just need to
Hmm.
know them to see the importance to how important Shot Show really is, man. And I know after the traction that they built up last year, going to Shot Show this year's gonna be super beneficial for them, man. Them boys on they got it, man. We
Hmm.
got to keep helping more people get in and stop looking to compete, man. I tell people it's collab over compete, man. I don't compete with
Collab,
You
nobody
yes,
have
in
to.
this.
sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
It's
'Cause I,
nobody is not even nobody who hunt. I'm not competing with nobody. I work with people who hunt and stuff in the 2A industry still. So it's man, it's like you said, it's a million booths there. It's $1 billion in that at Shot Show. It's more than enough for everybody.
Billion, trillion. Yeah, there's money there. I think, and that's the thing.
mhm.
A lot of creators are super willing to collaborate too. I pitched that a couple times this year, and a lot of the cats are like, pull up, let's make a video together.
Hey,
That
Smiley,
does
can you grab
everything
that question though that Gun Websites posted? I know
for
you answered it directly.
Q. You think independent creators in the industry would do better with a network collaboration of creators, or would individual education be better path to growth? It's a blend of both, right? You don't want to have a network of collaborating because again, you have to set your own feet before you can grab somebody to your level. Um,
Mm.
Individual path, I think, is the better way to go and collaborate through there, right? Me and Chris, I would love to go hunting, right? I want to do a hunting link on my channel. Once I develop my hunting series and I have 2 or 3 videos and I can think of it like, hey, Chris, take me out here to do that. Now I'm collabing with Chris, giving Chris stuff, Chris, or putting Chris on as like he is, Chris is putting me on. You have to see where you can interchange lanes and if your changes intersect, right? So let's say that my channel was super tactical centric. I have no business going to Chris, right? Chris can't provide anything for me on that level. Now, if Chris was like, yo, let's try and figure something out, you can easily, compromise and figure things out. But having one large group of collaborators, I think is just a too big of a mess to control. And I think egos are going to get involved and feelings are going to get hurt because some companies will get put
Yeah.
on and others won't. That's why it's better to kind of stay in your lane, work who you want to work with, and collab as you see necessary.
Mm-hmm. I tell people we all on the same path, but you just got to figure out your lane. You can switch lanes and come back and merge and do all this stuff, but you just got to find what works for you.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I think, having that group to bounce ideas off of is good too. And I know one of the biggest problems with networking would probably be that if everybody's not on the same level, or like you got like let's say 4 people in that network, and you got 3 people trying to go to the top still, and that fourth one's like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna sit back and write it out and see what happens. Then all of a sudden, the network might break up because of that one weak link. So that's you gotta be careful with
Yeah.
that. That's just my perspective.
And I
I'm
mean,
still trying
no,
to
you're not
look for
wrong.
that
Look,
network.
look at the super pages. Look at the super pages. Look at the creators and everybody that has massive people under one link. It's very rare that they stay all together, right? You see them like
Hmm.
look at Classic. Clint left Classic, and they were I don't want to say struggling, but it was wavering for a little bit. Then they got Jason, and now they're kind of back afloat. You don't want
Yeah.
one thing to balance on one person either, or on multiple people, and you lose one link and now it's gone. So. Like me,
Mm.
my channel is mine. I have a co-host, I have people that I feature on the channel, but I control everything for a clear, concise, this is my image. a collab,
Mhm.
and you guys do podcasts, so it's a little different because of the lanes and the information. In a podcast, having 4 or 5 people to consistently jump on with, that shit blows channels up. Uh, because your guys' audience is different. Now you can split the audience between the 4 of you. The 4 of you can push it out to the people you know and grow that way. Through
Yeah.
reviews and creation, people are they're looking products up. So the audience is a bit different.
Yep.
Makes
Hold on,
sense.
let me get that link to Rostic.
That's why I
He's trying to
tell people
jump in here.
that we're an organization, man. Y'all go in there, we asking for totally different stuff when we work in the companies, man. You have to outfit my staff. It's not me. So I'm not here doing no influencer stuff. Our promo is
Hmm.
real hand. We doing stuff for you and we marketing for you. Man, I'm on 30 acres with 2 blinds. If I got me and 2 other hunters, Frank got him and 2 other hunters, we're not gonna be passing around no fucking guns and suppressors and shit on the hunt.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be outfitted, man. You just gotta. But it wasn't always like that, man. I didn't go in there asking for money for marketing and for firearms for marketing as well, man. When I first came in the industry, I knew I had shit to offer. That's why I wasn't reaching out to no big companies and stuff like that, man. I was on that first flow, working that first flow, trying to find these companies, man,
That
who I
first
felt I had.
floor.
It makes
Man,
sense.
then
Yes,
like
sir.
I say, they start reaching out to me. They will follow me. Once I start seeing you follow me, I know I got your attention, man. You see something I like. I mean, you
Hmm.
see something you like, and if I could, from what I know about business, I just go look and see what are you doing. Like, man, y'all ain't got no black people. What can I do to help y'all grow y'all black influence and following and stuff like that? Because people
Yep.
spend money. That's the craziest thing to me. When I post shit, no matter what it is, I'm gonna get a DM from a couple people saying they went and bought it just because of me. No matter the cost, from
Hmm.
$1 to $5,000, and that is one of the most humbling things to me in the world, man. Because I work so hard for my money, and I don't spend like that. So when I see people do it, I be like, ain't no way I'm finna tell these motherfuckers go buy this bullshit. And nah, man, I just can't, man.
Yeah.
So it's
Makes you
difficult.
feel good when you convert, right? Like whenever me and my guy talk about doing reviews, I'm like, bro, we have to be super honest, we have to be super articulate because whatever we say in this review, people are taking our word, right? They're taking
Mhm.
what we're saying and they're saying, am I gonna go spend my money with this company? I don't even like I really can't stand when companies are like, hey, we have an affiliate code for you. Here's money back.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
can't
bro,
stand affiliate
I
codes.
don't.
Flat rates, please.
You gave me the rifle. Not even that. You gave me the rifle. You gave me the gun. That's my payment, right? Um, Depending on what company I'm working with, like I don't really need anything extra from there. You want to pay for some ammo, maybe that'd be dope because ammo's expensive as shit. But like, I don't need to gain from the people that I'm doing. You want to do anything? Give them 10% off. Hook them up. Don't put money in my pocket. Give the money to them because I'm
Mhm.
doing this for them. I'm
Mm.
reviewing this for them. And that's the other thing. I only review what I want to review. If a company reaches out to me, and if they reach out to me, I might throw a dollar sign on that because now you're asking me to provide a commercial essentially for you, and then I let
Hmm.
them know I'm keeping all rights to letting you know what it is. I do believe there's a professional side of that as well. So when I paint the picture, I let my crowd, my audience know what's good and what's bad, whether I would carry it, which is my opinion. If I'm saying this is not something that I would carry, that's letting you know Smiley's not signing off on this. If I'm saying this is something I would carry, this is something I would shoot, that's the green light. I'm not going to ever say something shit because that's unprofessional. I'm not ever going to dog a company because that's unprofessional.
Well,
But you will
I
get
mean,
pros and
you
cons
you
for
could
sure.
say that if you wanted
I got a
to.
product you can review right now. I'm just go. Did you see that Columbia River uh, deployable axe, the Provoke axe?
The CRKT acts,
Yeah.
it looked pretty cool. Gimmicky, but cool. I don't. Again,
It's. I mean,
maybe
why do you need
look.
a
Maybe
pocket?
maybe Chris could use that. Chris be out there chopping trees and shit to goddamn get to there.
So
Ain't got nothing
so
on my channel.
Talking about
it's
the
literally,
X,
yeah,
Yeah.
the one where it's like a scissor setup and it comes out like that, man.
man. So it's too small. But if it was bigger, a bigger
Yeah,
axe, it would be a lot better. But for it that small, it's gonna be for like stick trimming and like brush, like small stuff. But a
yeah,
bigger
you need some
axe and
tinder or
that
something.
function, that's super legit. I ain't when we cutting tree, we cut paths and stuff when we hunting. So man, that's what I'm saying. That's it coming more handy than you think, especially outside. You never know when you need a knife or an axe or a blade.
Real quick, just want to
Yeah.
shout out to Rostic, he's in the chat right now. He's with us. So
Yo,
he was
You.
going crazy in the chat, telling y'all
hell yeah.
boys wrong. Y'all don't know what it is. I'm a
He's like,
manufacturer,
is
big boy in the
this your
building.
man's? This your PR representative?
Hey, so we just had to go ahead and
Bro,
extend the
you be
invite. That's my
saying
dog.
things. You need a PR person, brother. You got to know when I bat my eyes, you got to change the subject.
You should have put the emoji in the chat, then, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen what
Nah.
you were saying about the dealer stuff with Staccato. So man, let me tell you, this game, man, Staccato isn't owned by a person, man. They're owned by a bank. Man, their dealer side is connected
Oh.
straight to their sales, their profits, and stuff like
Interesting.
that. So
Understood.
when it comes to them picking the dealers, Staccato's not picking the dealers. The bank picked the dealers. That's why I'm saying that shit on a whole nother level, because it'd be a lot of people. I be trying to get people in with dealers and stuff, and they be telling me the same. You know, I get it. I totally get it. But
Here's what I'm at with Staccato, and I want to make it clear, Staccato was not like Walter. I was joking with them about them being quote unquote racist. What it is they don't acknowledge you if they don't know you. I'm not looking for business. I'm looking for acknowledgement. So when you say I'm not their target dealer, of course I'm not, because I mean Staccato has like a $30,000 buy-in, right? And that's a quarter of my sales. So I may not be your target dealer, but you cannot be in a public forum and not acknowledge people who come to your booth seeking information. Because the only
Yeah.
information I was after is how do I become a dealer? That should be something that anybody who's there in sales can tell me how to do or refer me, which I was able to get the guy's information on the back end who's over Michigan sales so I can call them and say, because I need something to aspire to, right? Like I might need to know, hey, I'm not ready now. In 2 years, I might be exactly what they're looking for. What are the requirements?
Shit.
Somebody should
I
have
give you the
enough
president.
dignity
I
and
give you the president
respect.
number.
Well, what I'm
I
saying
give you
is
Nate.
somebody
You
should have
contact
enough
him direct.
dignity. They gotta have enough respect for whoever walks in that booth because you never know who it is. And so to
yeah,
say that I'm not their target or I'm not whatever, the same thing with Walther. I sell more Walther PDPs than anything. Walther PDPs last quarter made up almost 50% of my sales.
I
So
mean, you
when I
push it.
walk in the booth,
And he
right?
told the
So
dude
when
that
I
too.
walk in the booth, I told him that because when I walk in here,
Hmm.
you damn sure better say hello because I'm making you money. I don't care if I'm
Uh,
not your target influencer or whatever.
listen,
I am a dealer. I am directly putting money in your pocket. Excuse me, I don't want to cuss. Have somebody to say hello.
nah, you
listen.
right,
If
but
there's one company that
No,
don't mess with
he's
us,
right.
it's Walter.
no, but just
Listen,
like how
it's
you
Walter.
said, you had to get passed off. You had to end up getting the information. But Staccato, all them people at that booth don't hold no weight. Like
None.
Right,
Zero
right,
weight.
they can't do nothing for you but treat you wrong. Like if you get what I'm saying,
right,
you on a whole
right.
nother level talking to somebody who greeting people at a booth.
Right. I think
Like
the
you
only
like you
You
know
person
talking
that's
to the
that
cat?
that's
is
the
You
like
talking
where
to the
I'm
Vincent
saying
McDonald's
about
Toad.
window
person
guy?
That's it.
got the person pouring the
they
lemonade and the
only
person that's
there
getting the money on the other
for the
side.
show. They don't work for Staccato year round. You know they ain't coming to every booth to really be on the. They probably don't even know the person they passing you off to. If we being real, like that's what I'm saying. They
No,
just
they
Right,
damn sure. They
right.
damn
dealers.
sure don't.
But
But if
And
you
a
got to
lot of
get
all I'm
them get
the
paid.
saying is all
Oh,
So
I'm
this
but
is the
you're
saying
thing,
right
is
though.
and
I
I'm
get
bringing
it.
you money, then I deserve respect. Yeah.
That's it
facts.
because I get it from a creator side and the influencer side. I completely understand what y'all saying. I get all of that. All I'm saying is it's different when you are a dealer because you are making a company money. You are
Yeah.
directly putting money in their pockets when you order their products.
That's
There's a
how they grow.
certain level. Right, exactly. Staccato couldn't be who they were if dealers weren't selling STIs, if dealers weren't
Yeah.
selling, you know what I mean? Like, so when you
Does
walk
Walter
in
have a
there,
Do they have like a rewards program? I know Springfield Armory does. When I used to work at a gun store, like they have those programs for people that sell their stuff, where it's like a almost like a rewards program. You sell this many guns, you get a gun for free. Does Walter have that?
so it, they have it for dealers who because Walther does not go dealer direct anymore. They only go through distributors, and you have to do $250,000 a year in sales to be a distributor for them.
When they start doing
God
that,
damn.
Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm telling. This is why I was telling you.
Uh,
Shot Show is totally different when you approaching it from a dealer side.
so let me tell you this. So dealers should start.
That's
So
fair
what I
too.
tell everybody, dealers and new FFAs, man, don't be afraid to be. So being an influencer as a dealer is more beneficial than anything.
Absolutely,
You're,
absolutely, because
cause
I can
you're able
actually
to get.
sell what I'm posting.
Yes,
Facts.
you can actually sell it, and you can also get free product to sell in house. So you can get them to send you shit versus having to pay costs to go get whatever. Man, that's what you should. Man, I don't want to tell you what you should do, but I think for dealers, approaching it with more marketing is more beneficial because the deal marketing has more power over dealers than people
Mm-hmm.
realize. So if you go to the marketing person and they pass you off to the dealer sales because they directly connected hand to hand, man, we need marketing to increase sales. So if I got my marketing guy coming to my dealer guy saying, get this guy whatever he needs, one of whatever he needs, because I just need to sell it
Hmm.
and you go sell it from there. Once you start doing that, you're like, hey, I need lower prices on these deals. I need this. I need that. I know y'all don't do this. Fuck $250,000, but I'm doing this, man. Y'all need to just give, just give me something to flip.
Absolutely,
Shit.
So on that
absolutely.
note
Shout
though,
out to
did
Kenny.
did did
Shout
he
out to
give
my
you a
team
business
at
card,
Kenny.
man?
Yeah, you can
Rostic,
talk
did
to
he
over
give
You
you a
there.
said
business
what?
card? Did the dude at
Yeah,
Walter give
yeah.
you a business
No,
card?
no,
Cause
no. Not the dude at Walter. But you know how I found out how to deal with Estacado and Walter? I found them at Circle Bar. I said, "Oh man, this is my opportunity."
Deals get done at the
Yeah.
bar, bro.
And listen. And
You
if
should have put.
anybody
You
who
should have
drank
pushed their shit
any
in.
man,
Dang,
listen,
bro,
you know how
Smiley,
I
come
was
on, bro.
rocking on Friday.
You should have
Hey,
pushed their
bro,
shit in.
smile.
Hey, what up? You see? You remember me earlier?
dude,
I saw you earlier. I was on.
you
Listen,
You
I was on
funny.
people's neck this year.
hey,
Yeah,
I love
you
that
need
energy,
to
bro.
you, you
Keep
need
it
to
up.
tell him the scammer story, man. That shit was priceless.
man,
People's
bro,
necks
listen.
this year.
We could get there, but Circle Bar is dope. I love how Hood Neck was saying about not drinking because I don't really drink in public. Shout out to everybody who was there laughing at me for throwing shots over my shoulder. I actually learned that from being at a spot with Meek Mills. Like I don't really drink, so when everybody do this, it's right over my shoulder. Like I ain't messing around. You won't catch me publicly intoxicated ever. But
Yeah.
You won't catch
that's
me
why I
anymore.
never
Anymore.
listen.
Back in the
This is
day.
why I didn't. For those of y'all who be stressing the parties, yo, I kept telling Smile, bro, I'm outside every day. Cause I met way more people outside than you would have ever met in them parties, man. I was outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you
Mm.
would meet more people at Grand Lux and the Cheesecake Factory than you gonna meet in them
Hell
parties.
yeah. And a dispensary. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, that cowboy hat make me stand out and it make people recognize me. So when I be
Yeah,
out in the
bro.
dispensary, look, I don't have no shame in my game. I'm 420 friendly, but I don't do it on camera. I don't do that shit on stuff like that. But you'd be
Yeah, yeah.
surprised who be there. They be out there on that gas, man. They be talking about you wanna come smoke with us? You wanna come back? You'd be surprised.
Cutting the grass is good, but you start making them cookies without the other ingredients but the sugar.
Man, that's why I
Yeah.
say you can't go to every party.
Mm.
You're
You can't
right.
go
But
every.
hey,
You
I
can't
do
go
want to
every
say
party.
though,
You
bro,
can't eat at
I
everybody's
do want to
house.
say
That
thanks for
facts.
tapping me in, man. Because I just had to drop a different like, so for example, we got some meetings and I had so many meetings Monday through Wednesday. Like I said, Thursday, Friday, I was done. But we got so many opportunities coming up. We working with a lot of manufacturers. We went for the supplier showcase. And if you guys don't know what that is, Monday and Tuesday, the supplier showcase is the manufacturers of small parts, bulk carrier groups, triggers, charging handles, PVD coders, anything you can think of that you need. The supplier showcase is where you go find those manufacturers, right? So that's why we went to SHOT Show. The rest was just a bonus for us, for real. Um, And so next year we'll have a booth for Rostic Arms. Our rifles will be on display. We went ahead, talked to SHOT Show. For now, we solidified and locked in for next year. Because I do think it's important that people see a black rifle company there.
Hmm.
And I love Smiley's perspective on everything. Like, if y'all not paying attention to what he talk about how creators deal with companies, because I'm the company that creators have to deal with. Like, I've talked with Arm Atlas about this several times. The whole jumping in my DM, give me a free rifle, give me a free rifle. It's
Yeah.
not gonna get you anywhere with me. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
So I understand you have to explain the value. Smiley cut into me just to I'm assuming just to sharpen his tool set because he's sharp with it. And he already let me know, hey, I get my hands on the rock stick. You can count on this, you can count on this. I don't do this. You won't see this in the video. By the end, I was like, man, I should just drive the rifle to him now. Like, and
And he did.
that's exactly how it's got to be. Like, I got to understand the value proposition. What is the value of me putting this product in your hands? Because the product I'm putting in your hands is one less product to put in the customer's hands. So I have to
Hmm.
understand when I'm not making that money, what is the benefit? And if you can't articulate that value, I'm not interested. So when y'all be talking about creatives, I love the conversation because it only gears me up as a gun manufacturer to say, okay, when people start approaching me, because they will, because my booth is going to be fire. When people start approaching me, I know how to deal with them and what to
I'm
ask for and what to look for.
Yeah,
gonna
I
That's
tell
the
you
hard
mean,
thing
on
Smiley
for
one
the
already said
hand.
younger
it in the
creators.
previous show. It's all about deliverables. If, as a
Mm,
creator, you can lead with deliverables, especially if it's something you really want. Like, if it's something you don't really want, say what you want to say. But if you really need to get your hands on a particular product that is outside of your ability to just go and buy it right now, lead with those deliverables and let them know what you're willing to do.
I
mhm.
think doing your
But
part as a creator is important too. I see a bunch of creators get on here and they'll make one video and the video does 100 views and they're like, no, I'm not making one again. When I'm talking to a company and I'm giving my analytics, I'll be like, I did 15 videos. Out of the 15 videos, this is the number. I bought you
Yep.
10,000 views. I bought you 15,000 views, right? You can't just do one video and be like, oh, I only got 100. They're not fucking with it. Nah, man. First and foremost, the YouTube algorithm, none of us in here can understand it. It's
Ever.
disgusting.
What you
The
mean? I
Instagram
understand.
algorithm, I don't understand
you don't even
shit
I'm
about it.
think
They
you
lying.
just be,
understand
I
I'm
have
lying.
videos. I had a
things.
video I posted in 2023 and it hit 1 million views in 2024
I love that
overnight
for
out
you.
of nowhere.
I love that.
It's I hate it for me because I can't replicate it. I can't make it consistent. So it drives
Right.
me
Right. I
insane.
mean,
But
was it a short or was it
it
a
doesn't mean stop.
standard?
It was a short. It was a
Okay,
short. It was a dope
and
short. It just didn't
and
do
it just
numbers at the
hit.
time. And yeah.
Yeah,
So, but what sucks
I
about
got
that
one
is
that's
there's no
700 right now.
consistency in YouTube itself. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no consistency in YouTube. But that is the cool thing about it because like I use my YouTube Shorts as like practice for my Instagram because my Instagram, I understand
Absolutely.
their
Mm,
algorithm. I know that collaborating on Instagram is going to get me more views and content than just posting on my own. So if it hits on YouTube, it's going to Instagram, right? And it doesn't always go back and forth, but sometimes it does. And it's just understanding like you can't review something one time, you can't do one video and be like, nah, it's dead. If it's a bad review, okay, I get it. Maybe you do your due diligence of reviewing it and being like, okay, we're probably not going to touch this again. Do what you got to do. But if it's a company you really want to work with, if it's a company you want to grow with, you have to do your part in making sure it gets the views out there. The Anechoic video, both, I mean, I posted their shit, I don't know, 10, 15 times. I probably got over, I don't want to say 20,000 combined, but somewhere up there because I got a lot of videos with 2, 3, 4,000 views on it. The creators just need to understand the process, consistency.
Yeah.
Hey, let me take that question real quick because they
Yeah.
asked, what's more valuable to provide as a creator, reach or conversions? As a gun manufacturer, let me tell you, conversions all the time. The creators
Hmm.
that I work with, there's creators I work with. The smallest one I have, he has 32 subscribers. You know what's magical about it? They all
They
know
probably
him.
sold.
They're all watching his stuff. If he posts anything for sale right now, all 32 subscribers are buying it.
Mm.
That's how
That
it
is
is with
way more powerful.
Hmm.
I got a
Way
core
more
following.
powerful.
Whatever I say, and it's I'm saying it's you got to do right by it, like you really do,
Yeah.
and
Don't mess that up.
only
Because
focus on
at
your
some
core.
level, well, go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, I was going to say there's some creators who I think they're so afraid of offending a brand that they'll just push whatever, even if the product is not good. But at the end of the day,
Absolutely not.
all you have is your reputation. Like as a creator, your main customer is the audience, and if you cannot provide them with a quality product, you're the bad guy. I mean, the brand can
And it's
screw it up,
nothing to
but
reach out
you
to a
pushed it.
manufacturer and let them know, like, hey, this didn't go well. Gideon.
Hmm. Brody
Yeah.
froze up.
Man, did he
We got to
freeze
move
up?
on.
Damn it.
We got to move on. No, but to answer the question, we it's a little bit of both. I think if you don't know your sales numbers, and there's a couple ways to do sales. YouTube is not the best for sales, specifically because of you can't post certain links anymore. So you can't really, if
Right,
it's
right.
specifically for
Yeah.
like a gun manufacturer, gun company, oh, he's back. If it's for specifically
Yeah,
for
I'm
like
back.
guns parts and whatnot, like you're not going to know what your conversion links are. You got to like link it through like maybe a secondary source, like your own website, get your build list going. And then
I
there's
tell
the
people
big
to tell
bucks.
me.
Yeah.
Tell
I
people to
mean,
tell
that's
me,
that's
tell me,
huge.
send a picture and tag me in it so I can show the company. Like for Anechoic, one of my subscribers was like, I want to buy it, send me your code. I sent him the code, like an hour later, he's like, hey, the code's not working. That's not a problem on me. So I reached right out to Anechoic, like, listen, I'm about to convert for you. Somebody just took my word. They said they understand that you guys have a good product and they want to purchase. Now, this is in your hand. If they don't convert, that's on you. That's your mistake, not mine. Don't charge it to me, right?
Yeah.
Converting is huge, and understanding what you're converting to is also big, right? Your credibility is all you have, but there's nothing wrong in telling people that a product did not meet your standard, and you spoke to the manufacturer about it, so they can go back to the drawing board, right? A review shouldn't just be a review; it should also be a T&E process. You should be testing and evaluating to give results to the companies. That's how you build relationships. Hey, this broke. This is not working well. We need to fix this. What was that?
This right
Radiant?
here.
Afterburner.
That,
This
acting
is
And
stupid or what?
the comp. Well, come on, focus. The comp was fine, minus the guys. They said, hey, you're seeing some spots on the side because we had a DLC job that went bad from a third party company. We don't know which ones are contaminated, but if yours is, warranty it. We'll get it done. They sent me the comp. I don't even have to send
Warranty
the old one
is
back.
warranty's huge, and I don't think enough creators talk about that,
Hmm.
right? With warranty, that is showing you how quick a company is willing to fix their mistake. Did we lose Chris?
He's coming in and out. I think he's still here, but
Oh.
let me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there
Yeah,
he is.
warranty. So the Gideon optic
I'm
broke
here.
under recoil, sent it back, got a new one in 2 weeks, right? In the review, I put that in there. Hey, this is where I had a crack. This is what happened. I don't know where it happened. I just looked at it one day. Here's the review of the next one. I had no issues with it. Push it out, right? Doing my due diligence, letting them know, hey, it broke. Also letting them know that their warranty works because everything's going to break. Everything has a lifespan. So people don't
Now,
understand, like they want these bomb-proof things. Nah, it's gonna break at some point. Just
you can break
understand
it
what
on
happens
tomorrow.
after it breaks.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Go
I
look
think they
at Saves
automatically gonna
Dynamics
think it
white
don't
page.
break. So
Frick, what was it? Trey dropped his Sig, one of his Sigs off of a
Probably
desk
his
one time,
Romeo.
and it broke his
320.
Romeo. Now the question is, did Sig replace it, or are they just like user error?
No one
Yeah,
Trayvon, he probably didn't even send that in.
yeah, he probably not. But
He
Yeah,
probably
but
didn't even send that whole in.
Sig has one of the most bomb-proof warranties. Like when I have the means to have a warranty as foolproof as Sig and Vortex to me have the best warranty. Because again, I'm looking from a manufacturer side. Whose business model do I want to model? And Vortex and SIG are two companies that, in my experience, is not even a question asked. And people tell stories about Vortexes getting ran over with trucks. I can
somebody's house
attest.
burnt down.
I ran over
mm,
one with my truck, with my F-150, and sure enough, I was like, "Hey, this is broke." Sent the picture. They was like, "Hey, here's your label. Send it back." And because they knew I did YouTube, they were like, wait, they didn't even wait. They had me one on the way. And so before I even got the return label, like I got the return label the next day, I had the scope.
That's
That's
amazing.
what's up.
Vortex and
That's
Sig do have a great warranty, but they also have some of the most faulty products ever
Yeah,
made.
they
Their
got some cheap
warranty
ass optics.
because even the Sig guns, man, it's always something going wrong. That's why their warranty is so amazing, man. I
Not
really
wrong.
I don't got nothing in this big ass safe Sig. Nothing. I got rid of all my Sig stuff because it run through. It's not up to my standards. But Vortex too. Nothing Vortex in there. Those are the two. That's the exact reason why. Because there's always something wrong with the product I get or another product that they make. But yeah, I give them the warranty stuff. But I feel like that's why they warranty so great.
Because it has to
Yeah.
be. I mean, to be
I got
fair,
Sig shit. I ain't got no Vortex shit though.
now
I'm never
you
gonna finish
gotta
that
know the
320
difference
build. I
because
feel it now.
with the Radian products, and I guess this is an ad for Radian. Congratulations, Ryan. You won a free ad from Radian.
yeah.
It is an unlimited warranty for the product, not for the owner. Because some people is like, well, did you buy it from an authorized retailer? Because if you bought it, peer to peer sale, the warranty's for the other guy, not for you. But Radian, it follows the product. Some guy, and I'm not supposed to share this story, so delete this after I say it. Somebody shot a 300 blackout through a 556 Radian, blew it up, and sent it in, and Radian fixed it.
Wow.
I feel like I heard that
Look,
story
Hannah,
too.
That's
that's
dope.
on you, player.
Right?
to the
I'm
game.
like, y'all shouldn't have fixed that. Y'all should have just left him alone.
Charge it to the game. No, that's dope though, because I mean that just speaks to the company. Like,
Right. I mean,
people
when
make
you're paying
mistakes, people
rent,
fuck up.
you're paying for it. Like I paid for his rifle, so
Well, okay, so was that a quote unquote accident, or were they trying to experiment, or what? Was it
No,
like
that's
more
negligent.
That's
background
probably
to that
user
story?
error. User error.
That
for
is
that's a
sure.
pure
negligent discharge.
negligence.
Yeah,
The
because I
in
mean,
the
I
worst
think
way.
yeah, because I think when the 320 came out, you had a lot of people taking their firearms, be a Canik, Glock, whatever else. They just beat the shit out of them with hammers on the back of the slide, trying to get it to discharge like a 320. And at that point, when the company starts have to put out a notice saying, please do not hit your gun with a hammer, that's on them at
That's
that
that.
point. It
Look,
ain't the
that's that
company.
entertainment side of content. You ain't gonna see no dumb
Yeah.
shit like that on
Right.
my channel. That just
Bro,
No, yeah.
I mean,
that firing
torture
pin is
test,
under a
right?
spring. You smack the back of it. You are just asking for the spring to go ahead and go forward.
Yeah.
But again, that's my other problem with the content creation community. The education level of these guys creating content is super low. So when they're trying to recreate some of these things, right? You have the creators that have the experience and the knowledge to recreate it, like Grand Thumb did it on his channel. Like, let's drop all these, knowing it. So what did he do? He just put a primer in there. That's smart and unloaded casing.
Mm-hmm.
Not let me put a real round in here and smack it down range for the gun to go off. Right? It's just understanding. It's the IQ in that aspect. Yeah, no, there's a lot of low IQ creators out there. Sorry,
We're
not
not
sorry.
out. Yeah.
Even with the creation in general, man, people gotta understand the type of how to make your content work, man. It's people watch YouTube for a certain amount of reasons, or for a select amount of reasons, man. I'm watching it either because you're informal, you're super smart, you're telling me something, you're teaching me something about something I don't know. You have something I want, or you're able to do something I can't. So people watch YouTube for those reasons, especially in the gun community, as well as you're entertaining. So man, those are the four main things that man, if you're gonna create content, man, you can do all four. You can do 2, 3, 1, whatever works for you. But man, when it comes down to the people who are doing quality content or content that's working and growing, that's what I'm always seeing one of those four things from them.
Gun Dork is hilarious. Talking about,
Makes sense.
is it a warranty claim on a 320 if it doesn't go bang in your holster?
No.
Yeah. I think
Look,
so.
I already told you what I'm gonna do with mine, man. I didn't even finish it. I just got the grip and the fire control unit. I'm just gonna put that sucker on display and be like, "This is the gun that ruined the West." Started shooting random people.
I shoot mine in competition. I'm just waiting for it to blow up.
Dude, but that's the thing. 3 Gun Kenzie was on here, and she was going on about how they've been like blowing up, not going off without unprompted. but like blowing up, like something about, I guess, the pressures or what? Are people just
It's the
overloading the ammo?
loads, it's chamber pressure and it's reloads. I haven't seen too many issues with SIG blowing up from factory ammo in the competition community. A lot of guys are chasing that specific load, right? If you overcharge it, if you double primer it, all that shit, it'll cause it to explode. And again, it's a tungsten infused grip, it's not tungsten itself. So because it's tungsten infused, that motherfucker's still plastic, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
It
Hmm.
is what it is.
What
The
do you
ones that
mean?
blow
Well
up in the
said.
AXG, if you go look up the ones that blow up in the AXGs don't blow up. It just tears up the FCU. You just can't get it out. It expands the metal, but it doesn't snap off, even though it's aluminum.
Damn,
Nice.
I thought the guns only blew up like that in video games.
Nah, this is real life. You're gonna
I
lose
mean,
your
I know,
hand.
but it sounds
Rustic
like them
arms don't
did.
blow up though.
Didn't Trey blow up
No,
his
they
gun?
don't. And dude, I'm gonna just correct
Hmm.
you on something you said earlier because you said the. I think I'm paraphrasing. You said that the community needs to see a black firearms manufacturer. You're half right. The community needs to see a consistent black firearms manufacturer because there have been some in the past, but as you
Hmm.
can see, they didn't make it. I think it was a
Hmm.
surplus army or something a long time ago.
Aren't they still making guns?
Hey, he
Yeah,
wait,
they've
wait,
been
hold
making
on,
guns for a
time
Oh
out,
no,
my
while.
Still
no,
guy.
I'm
He's
makes
sorry.
still
it.
popping,
It
bro.
wasn't surplus. It was like an older one. They didn't make it. I can't remember the
Yeah,
name of it. I just know they
there's
didn't
like one
make
or
it.
two or three others,
It's been a couple.
Right,
including
but
But
Jay.
but all I'm saying though is like you gotta just stay consistent, man. Keep doing what you're doing, especially the fact that you're doing it on your own. You're putting out quality. You know you're putting out quality, and other people are confirming that, man. So
The
love,
problem with
that's
yeah,
that
that's the
is
100% I'm throwing on
you
that.
don't have enough creators running the black manufactured rifles. Look at all the black
I definitely
creators you
agree
hey,
with
have out
that.
here. None of them are not running it. And the problem is that's not how you create it, right? Look at Springfield, look at Smith and Wesson,
Hmm.
look at all these guys that drop videos at one time. Is it shill-is kind of, or is it a smart marketing strategy? Because now everybody sees it, right? If everybody dropped the
right,
Ross Martin or Rostic Arms video at the same time, they'd be like, "Oh shit, I got this black creator running it, that black creator running it, black creator running
Hmm.
it. Oh shit, this is the black. Oh, and then boom, awareness, right? And there it goes. I think the thing that sucks about being a black manufacturer, and not sucks in the terms of like not good, is that when you say that, white people or other ethnic groups don't look at it the way we do. That is a huge accomplishment for us because you don't see that in our space. When you're marketing that, white people might be like, okay, he makes guns. So what? You have a bunch of that in your community. In our community, like I said, I only know two and a half right now. The third one, I don't even know the guy's name. I just know he's somewhere here in Texas. So
Ross
Yeah.
Martin,
it's different.
What was it? What was the
Yeah.
name, Chris?
talking about Ross Martin.
Nah, Ross Martin. I mean, yeah, actually, Chris is
Hey,
black.
pistol.
I thought he was Indian. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah,
Hey,
Chris is black. I got mine. Mine's up front. That he makes a badass gun too, but he doesn't
I
market it
think I
as
met his
black owned. So
dad.
nobody like I never looked at
hey,
him. Oh damn, he's black owned.
hey,
Now it makes a
Smiley, can you
little
do me a
sense.
favor, man? When you get some free time, can you post
Mhm.
those manufacturers in a Discord? Because I mean, it's like you said, they're not getting enough
Uh,
exposure.
They not doing it no
it's
more.
it's it's Rostic. It's Supreme or Supreme Arme. I don't know what they're cranking out. And then there's
surplus
another one
army.
in San Antonio. Yeah, those guys. I can't fucking pronounce it. And then
Yeah,
there's another
and
cat
wait,
out here in
hold
San
on, because
Antonio.
there was one at Shot Show downstairs. Renegade
The
Arms, I
Michigan
believe
guy.
it is. He's from
What
Yeah,
about
Southfield,
T?
the guy you
Michigan.
were. Yeah,
What about TY? Was TY one?
no idea. Never heard of them.
So here's what I'm gonna say from the manufacturer side of things, because again, there's three sides to every story, and the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Hmm.
But as a manufacturer, when you get people say, "Oh, you a black manufacturer, I like your stuff. Give me a rifle. I'm gonna put you on. Give me a rifle. Give me a rifle." If they are anything like me, this is my way of life, right? So there's only so many give me your rifles without return before the company stops
Hmm.
making sense. And I think when you see firearm manufacturers go away, it's because it stopped making sense, right? So there's a level of me and my friend group, we all have when somebody starts a new business, everybody in our circle immediately goes and finds a way to spend $1,000 with them. And the reason we do that
Yeah,
is
yeah, y'all
because
got deep
without
pockets.
having what man, listen, but I'm just saying, I mean, sometimes it's a sacrifice, but if they don't have that initial capital to get rolling, and then everybody is approaching them not from a how good is your product, why should I buy it, but they're approaching them from a let me get a free rifle and I can help you, then the company doesn't get to grow. They're giving out influencers guns, hoping to get a return without
Mm-hmm.
necessarily making the money that's necessary. People are going into debt to give influencers guns. I know this because I had conversations at Circle Bar, right, with smaller manufacturers, the people downstairs, right?
Mhm.
I had conversations. They are going broke trying to put their product in the hands of people hoping. I will never do that. I'm good. I'd rather go to my local gun club and bring one
Mm-hmm.
rifle and let
Yep.
everybody run it in a 3-gun match and let them see why it's a good rifle and focus there before I say, oh, that's dope. You want to promote me because I'm black? Cool. I'm good, bro. Just share my post. That's the best thing you can do for me. You just want people to know I'm black
And that look,
and I
and
make
that shit's
rifles,
free.
share my post.
Click, click.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
Because
free.
Share
Now
my
every
post.
we gotta answer this question though.
every person don't
Oh,
convert either. Who got a
Yeah.
He
following?
makes
Nope.
hot
A lot of
fire.
people a lot of people don't sell stuff when they get these guns or whatnot. They just get a lot of likes and may just get followers. Everybody don't.
thank you,
That's
bro.
what
Thank you,
Yeah.
bro.
That's what most of them do, Chris. And I talk about that all the time. These big creators, these huge creators, like I said, you'll see the gun once, you won't see it again. You
I'm
wasted
a,
whatever the cost of that rifle is. You send it to them for one post and maybe 1 million views, maybe 500 follows after that. But out of those 500, how many of them are actually like, oh, I'm gonna buy it? Most of them are probably gonna forget about it after they follow it because Instagram's not putting it in their algorithm, and that's
don't
the issue.
Instagram is such
don't
trash,
nobody
bro.
And a shot up fire hydrant.
don't nobody convert more on Instagram than Black Rambo. If he was to post a new product, he gonna sell 10 to 20 that day.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I seen it.
Oh, wait.
I
Either
would,
he's possessed or he got his opinion about it.
So I don't
no,
know. You said something?
yeah, Black Rambo, my guy. Like he came to Shot Show the last day. We was on FaceTime kicking it. That's my
He
man's.
he came the last day.
I,
He was posted all week.
Who
yeah,
paid him to be there?
yeah, he was
Nah,
snowed in, bro. That's
yeah.
all
I
it
know he's at
was,
Canada
man.
at one point.
Yeah, but
I'm messing around.
what
Don't put his business out there. Yeah.
what I
Nah, he
will
went.
say about what I say about bro is he got us a lot of attention.
hmm
Uh-huh.
None of the attention converted to a single sale, right? But
So
I think low ticket items he sells very well. But it was a lesson learned
Trigger.
on our
Easy.
part, right?
hmm
Because right, you know what I mean? Anything $200 or less, he gonna sell 1 million of them. But when it comes to the
so
investment of a rifle, it's different because our target demographic, they don't want Black Rambo to show us how fast the gun shoots or how cool the Cerakote is. They're looking for somebody like Smiley to say, how well does the trigger and the bolt carrier group work together? How is it timed properly? Like those are the things. Is it magnetic particle inspected? Those are things Black Rambo's not gonna give them. But that what we found out was that's more of who's looking for our rifle. So although he did get us hella followers and
Which
subscribers and
matters.
all of that,
Mhm.
right? Which it does. And that's why I said that's forever my man's. I'm not throwing no shade his way. You just, as a manufacturer, have to understand what is the goal and a deliverable that you need from that specific influencer. Because at that time, we needed awareness. And that's what he did. He
Yeah,
brought us hell of
so
and I'm
awareness.
gonna
yeah.
tell you
But
from yeah,
Oh, I was
Chris.
just trying to say you right. So he's not tactical, informative and stuff like that, man. If you looking for that, no, he is not your guy for that. He'll tell you that. He'll like, nah, man, I'm an entertainer. I'm
right,
here to entertain. So
Yeah.
his niche is the super. It gotta have a look to it. It gotta be physically,
yeah,
aesthetically pleasing. Some type of. It gotta stand out visually somehow for him. I'm saying, but whether it's high performance, high quality parts, they don't give a fuck.
bro.
And just like how
I'm
you
gonna
said
show
the
you,
lower item shit, you're right. He'll sell out of some. You are
right?
absolutely right. You are
Because
absolutely that
I'm
nigga
gonna
sell out Oh, I don't. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that.
I'm gonna
I'll let
send
you guys
you.
know. Good.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send y'all what I sent him, and y'all be the judge, and y'all tell me what you thought it would have did versus what I just told you that it did. I'm gonna
Wasn't
send
it
it to
that
Definitely
you.
send
battle
that to
worn
me.
one?
Yep, the gold battle war one.
Hmm.
Because we made sure we knew who we was dealing with. We like this Black Rambo. We can't send him a black rifle. We Cerakoted
He
it
just
up
said
all
he on
nice, man.
post.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. He made. Well, let me take that back. He made a
I don't
post.
want to put no. I know how he operate business. I don't want to put it all out here on live. We can talk
Yeah,
after,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I,
But wait,
yeah,
and
that's
see,
why.
wait, listen. Wait, hold on, because you just said something that I gotta highlight, and this is why I wasn't tripping. I love Black Rambo like a real brother because he did not charge me anything. He didn't, it wasn't no nothing. He was like, you black, you make rifles, let's work, bro. Get one in my hands and I got you. And so for that, I will forever be grateful. I never want to get that story misconstrued, bro. Like
Mm.
he put us on in a major way. Now it's
I
my
think it's a
brand's
blend of
turn
both.
to say,
I think it's a blend of both. Having someone like Rambo to highlight it, and then having someone that has the education to spin and tell people, right? Because it's like a two-punch combo, right? Rambo's gonna give you the views. Now people are like, "Oh shit, I see this." Okay, now they click on there again. Oh, Smiley has one. Let's go ahead and hear what he's saying. Because the truth of the matter is, when you're educated to it, selling rifles isn't hard, right? When people reach out to me all the
hmm
time, I can talk to every rifle I have. I can talk pros, cons, prices, all that, and tell you why it's good and why it's not. But you have to have that experience and understanding it. So that part's not hard. And at that point, it's just preference, right? I get the Rostic Arms in my hand. I shoot the shit out of it. It's a great gun. That'll probably be my number one recommended rifle. Why? Because it is black owned. It means a little bit more to me than some of these other companies, right? Mitchell Defense, they'd be number two. They're veteran owned. Nathan Mitchell is a fucking Navy dude out of Florida who's making a badass rifle. He makes a $1,600 rifle that's dope as hell. Hey, check these guys out. And it's just being able to give the people that are following you an understanding of, hey, here's what you're getting with both, right? With Rostic Arms, you're going to get XYZ. With Mitchell Defense, you're going to get XYZ. There are competitive price points. Smiley, which one do you prefer? Okay, I prefer the Rostic Arms. Why? He put a little bit more support into my channel. He fucks with me. If you want to support someone who supports me, go ahead and check their rifle out. Well, what's the
And
difference
that
between the
means
two?
so
Well,
much,
both of
bro.
them run.
Yeah.
It does, and it
Not
does, and that's what people don't understand.
and not
No,
just
another
that,
thing
but
that
it's
people don't
like,
understand is
oh,
there's in like business. Sorry, I'm gonna let you go in a second. In business,
that's cool.
in sales and marketing, they have a thing where it's like you need like 13 touch points. As in, I'm gonna hear somebody
hmm
talk about. I'm gonna see it on the shelf. I'm gonna go.
hmm
I see a commercial. Okay, I was scrolling Instagram. I saw it. Now Instagram is giving me ads for this particular product. Oh, you know what? I've seen that before. Okay, now I'm in the store again. Oh shoot. Well, I need to buy two of these. Which one am I gonna get? Now you're gonna get the one you've associated yourself with. And
Mhm.
obviously, if you're a fantastic influencer, quote unquote, or a salesman, you can probably get it done on day one. And that's the beauty in what we do is if somebody's maybe already in the market, they see your video, they click through, they get the affiliate link, boom, done. So
You
it's a
know
little
who
bit of
blew
both.
up, and I don't want to take credit for it, but I am gonna take a little bit of credit for it. Leisure Carey, right? Leisure
Oh
That's
Carey
yeah,
reached
you.
out to me.
it's your fault.
Leisure Carey reached out to me after a mission I had flown, and my video only did 21,000 views. Right? In those 21,000 views, Des, I don't know what her name
Destiny,
is on Instagram anyway. Nina, yeah,
Nina De La
she picked it
Flores.
up.
The Flores, yeah.
Nina's view did like 250,000 views. So that's the power of influence and putting out a product. I put out a video that Des saw and said, that looks like a good product. He said it's a good product. He explained it well enough. I want it now. Now she
Right.
takes it, she makes it, and it expands. And you
But
have one in
that's the
Trayvon's hand.
community. That's the
Now you have one in,
collaboration piece. Is if I see you
but
do
that's how
something
it should be
like
with
that new belt you're talking about, right? And there he goes. So there's a new belt he's talking about, and I'm just like, ooh, I wanna get in on this. So I sent a DM. I sent a DM today. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this looks good. Send the DM. Hey, I need this. Simple as that. But Black Powder, you had something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the fact that, well, it's kind of losing meaning now, but he's freezing. I would much rather, and I am gonna end up because we talked about it, Rostic, about making that rifle purchase. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go with that premium one, but regardless, it's like sitting down and having that conversation with you about the warranty and everything, like Smiley was talking about, that's the main thing. Because I got probably like maybe one or two rifles in my safe right now. I like them, they shoot well, but I'm afraid to go and take them out to shoot. Not because they could potentially break, but because when they break, how the hell am I going to get the parts? Because there's been a lot of complaints about the customer service. So it's like you break a rifle part and you can't get them in there. You just got, I don't know, a paperweight that you can't do anything with. So that warranty, man, is definitely that helps your brand. I think that's what basically what I'm going to try and say. I don't know. I can't remember what the context was, but and it's late too, like
He
12,
said
13.
his mind is going. You said it's 12, 13
Look, I
your
just
time?
turned 40, man.
Hey,
All right, leave
bro.
me alone.
You know,
It's too
we are
late.
like 2.5 hours in, so if anybody needs to log out, I completely understand. But I know everybody's like
I,
hype and going and everything, so I'm not going to stop the party until y'all ready.
Man, we off that shot show buzz, man. That's what it is.
Y'all used to
I
staying up,
get
huh?
Man,
used
I'm
to hang with the whippersnappers.
Hey, man.
No,
man, I'm
I
up
am
doing
gonna get off though, man. I
I'm
got to rub,
I'm up
have my
all
wife
night
rub my
doing
back.
business, man.
Hey, man.
Chris
Yeah.
got work to do.
He
Man, I'm up trying to
Yeah,
yeah, shot show ain't over for me. I'm home, but I'm still working shot show.
man, say that, bro. All the follow-up emails and phone conferences
Yeah.
and
I still got to do
shoot.
that.
You
bruh.
know, half the work
I
I've
didn't get
done,
to send that
I
out
didn't even
yet.
go to
I'm
Shot
already
Show.
getting emails first. I was like, damn. I woke up this morning, the emails. I was like, man, I was trying to have Monday to relax, to gather myself, and I was gonna send some emails out
Yeah, that's
for
over.
hell
Yes,
yeah. I've
sir.
been
At
sending emails
Shot
out all
Show.
day.
Hey, before you go,
Best thing at
Rostic,
Shot Show, the Canon MC9 Prime. Best thing at
The
Shot Show.
A6 blackout,
Oh
man. Y'all
God.
been
A6
Chris,
is
what's up
nasty,
with that,
bro.
man? You're gonna have to put me on, man. That's a pure hunting
Uh,
caliber, right? I
I
don't
mean, if you want
see
to stop a
no like.
man,
I need to hear about that because like that's all I don't see it for shit else. Like you can't use it for nothing else
Nobody
but
still said the
hunting.
best thing that was there though.
all right, what's the
the
best
what?
thing? Because someone said, what'd you say?
The prime. Smiley said the prime.
Mhm.
He trying to get one.
Which I mean that was oh God
Oh,
that
look,
was
I
a really
already got
good
one
gun.
coming. That's already locked in. I already know what's coming.
Same.
But that
Hmm.
was the biggest thing that I saw in the firearms. That was like, oh shit, it's something to compete with the 365.
I'm just
What
gonna
you
buy
what you
it.
got, Daryl?
The best thing at Shot Show was your boy.
I knew you was gonna say something like that.
Bro, you ain't bring no sample
Hey,
guns. What you mean?
wait, hold on, bro. But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. The amount of people that show me love, and
That's
this is
right.
what I really wanted to get on and say. People I don't even know crying like, bro, I finally get to meet you in person. I follow you every day. I watch the game that you give. I'm like, bro, that was a
Humbling.
different level of impact,
Mhm.
bro. The when people like, bro, I'm watching you because of you. I started this business. Can we take a picture? They FaceTime and they wife. Like, yo, I'm meeting Rustic Arms. Like, that was next level, bro. Like, aside from me, Smiley, right? It was definitely the prime. I got one on the way too. I secured that bag. Shout out to Adam. And shout
Hmm.
out to Nils for making that video for my wife because that was fire. But yo, I was there, man, and like the love that you get be so real. And that's why I did want to get on because I know I was talking, staccato, racist, blah, blah, blah. I really just wanted you to let me on. But what I really, what I, I'm just being 100, bro. I just needed you to let me on because I needed
But
the
we invited
platform to
him
let
earlier.
them know. Listen, I don't care, bro. Listen, I wanted a platform to tell them I make you money. So when I walk in your booth, acknowledge me because I make you money.
I mean,
But
it's hard to miss you. Yeah.
bro, I'm 6'5", 290 pounds. You know what I mean? Like you can't miss me. But what I'm saying is the love, bro. I
Yeah.
had to get on here and just shout out the love because, bro, when that dude came to me crying, like, bro, I'm meeting you in person. This is crazy. Cause I don't know nobody from the hood who do what you do. Like, yo, that was so impactful to me. And
Yeah.
bro, some days you be running low, bro. You watch that bank account go from 6 figures to 5 figures to sometimes 4 figures. You be like, wait a minute. Nah, this ain't making sense like it used to make sense. But them
Mhm.
people that pull you to the side who say, hey, bro, you inspire me. Hey, bro, I started a business because I follow your page. Hey, you like my big homie, bro. I can't wait to get on Instagram and see what you're talking about. That was the best thing at SHOT Show.
That's amazing. I love that, man. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for sharing. I appreciate you for losing losing me that potential Walther and Staccato partnership
Man,
collaboration.
screw Walter. Not for real, but Walter needs to fix their personal engagement. I done
Yeah.
got real funny vibes every time. 2 years in a row, I done
I
got funny
told
vibes
you
being
it's
over at
not
that
just
booth.
me.
Well,
I
I'll tell
told
you
you
what,
it's
if I
not
get my
just
email
me.
back, because I know the guy running stuff, and if I get an email back, I'll let you know. But if I don't, racism. So
Yeah. So,
I'm telling you. Well, I appreciate you being here,
I need to
Rossi.
ask. I
And
need to ask Black Arms 223 because he in with them,
oh
but I need to know
yeah,
if
he
he's
be
actually in with
pushing.
them because he loves them. But I need to know like, yo, is the
Oh
love
no, man.
reciprocated? Because if not, you need to come over to Kinnick. They
man,
love
they
us over there.
on they Drake, baby. They on that no new friends.
Yeah, Kenny Kenny's
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely
man.
on
I
something.
love y'all, man. Y'all be smooth. I got love from y'all from the bottom of my heart because we black brothers setting the example, raising the standard. Salute to y'all. I love y'all, man. Finna have my rifle rub my back till I go to sleep. Peace.
Peace out,
Yeah,
Star.
Yeah,
all
man.
right, man.
Yeah.
I wish you would have told the scammer story, but
Next time. I guess that's a little teaser for next time. Next time I bring Brody on, he's gonna have to tell me about the scammer. Y'all remind me because I won't
well,
remember. There's so much that happens
he
in this
got it
space.
posted on his Instagram.
Oh, it's on the
It's
IG.
oh man, it's yeah. Oh,
So I
it's
guess y'all
funny.
have to go
It's
check his
funny.
Instagram. Yeah,
Um,
but Chris, I'm not going to hold you much longer. But what you got? What's your sign out? What was the most impactful moment for you at this year's SHOT Show? I know you've been there a billion years. What, is he back already?
Huh?
What? Sorry, he came back. Why are you back?
I forgot to tell you about the scammer.
Hey guys, I'm gonna log off, but I'm gonna watch it from over here.
No, I'm just talking, bro. I just
I
thought it'd
have
be funny to jump back off. Peace.
He's
this fool.
hilarious.
I'm gonna get off too. Aaron, Chris, it's been a pleasure, y'all.
All right,
All right,
see you,
bro.
buddy.
Oh
All
man.
right. So, Chris, before we end out, would you please just let us know the most impactful thing you ran into, or maybe one of the most impact? Yo, DJ Play Nice is laughing.
That was funny.
Yo.
One of the most impactful things that I ran into,
Yeah. Did you have one of those moments where you're like, oh man, this is the
man.
fruits of the labor, or did you maybe make a new
Yeah,
friend?
I did have those because, like I said, man, a lot of these companies had changed staff this year. We were renegotiating a lot of stuff with a lot of these companies that we have been working with previously, and because things just been rocky this year, it was last past year and whatnot, especially as we were growing. So I didn't know where I stood. So it was really like I'm like the fruits of my labor to know that like, hey, everything's still green. You know, I ain't gotta. I'm stressing for nothing, pretty much, man. You know, I say it's humbling, man, that people believe and support our mission. That my time in the game and working is really has some value to it that
Right.
I see. You know, like I can see it. You know, I see a value.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's
you've seen a lot of people wash out. I mean, your sister in the game, Tig, she's no longer in the industry doing other
man.
things.
I don't want to keep harping on T, but she not the only one, man? I would say it was
Right.
30, 40 people at SHOT Show. Black people.
Yeah.
Like we was packing out restaurants when we go eat. She's not the
Yeah.
only one. She's
She's
far
not.
from it. She's just one of the bigger ones. But there are people who were way bigger than me when I first started doing this. And I don't know where they at. I don't know where they paid at. I don't know what they doing. I don't know nothing about nothing, man. People just stop for whatever reasons it may be. Personal reasons, business reasons, man. People get discouraged, man. I have a lot of conversations amongst the black community in the 2A side. They get discouraged, man. It's disheartening to see, man. I hate to see people give up and quit on stuff they're passionate about, especially when we share those same passionate interests, you know?
Hey,
Hell
I got
yeah,
to make sure we
Rossi,
pass this
on
along.
IG.
Yes, hit him up on IG, bro, and we'll make it happen. Or y'all will make it happen. Yeah, I have nothing to do with it. But
On my Instagram.
that's
and that.
amazing,
But yeah,
bro.
it's a blessing on my name whole weight, you know? Like in the gun community, like that's crazy. Like that shit blows my mind. Like Hood nigga hold weight in the 2A community, man. I get invited to speak around this country on how can we grow the 2A community for this country. Like, dude, that shit is like, man, that shit crazy. I can't believe that shit. Like, I'm a I'm a street nigga. That shit is so crazy to me. Like, I'm just doing good with the blessings that we have, man, and it's humbling, man. Every time I go to these shows, do this stuff, and it's humbling, man. I just can't explain it no other way than that. Like, I'm not used to it. Like, it just makes me want to keep doing good, you know?
Absolutely, man. It's good to see the success, because I remember seeing your page when I first got started. It was like 2021, and I saw the shirts, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." I don't know if I sent you. I think I maybe sent you a DM. And at some point, I was at the Primary Arms event for when they canceled NRA because of COVID or whatever. And there he is, tall dude. Hey, aren't you? You're that guy. Tall as heck. And we got a picture together, and the rest is history. And for the first time ever, you're actually on the show. And hopefully one day we can get down there and really kind of like document what you're doing with the kids and how you're changing the world. Because honestly,
Man,
that's
I
how you
told
do
you I
it,
got
one
a
person at a
hunt for you,
time.
man. Come get on some of these hogs, man. I got it ready for you.
So ready, bro. We just got our first shotgun in the company, so we're gonna get some reps in. We're gonna come down there, and put in some work.
You don't have to, dude. This a 73 gun safe. It's dark right now, but that shit full. I don't have no more space. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guns on the floor right now because I have no more space. 11 guns. I got a gun up here. I got everything. You just gotta get here and we can hunt.
Let's work, bro.
Is that
You need some extra space. I mean, I know what
Oh,
Hey, man. You see, the problem with
Just say.
Chris is he heard all the rumors about Liberty, so he ain't trying to get that Liberty gun safe deal no more.
What's going on with Liberty? I just need
Oh,
the same
something with the FBI. They gave away some master code or something like that, and now the gun industry don't trust them like that.
Damn. Do we do guided hunts? How does hunting work by you? We don't do guided hunts, but we are guides essentially. We're hunt masters with Texas Park and Wildlife, and we are hunt instructors with Texas Youth Hunt Program. So on our two big organizations, our outdoor organizations, we can do everything. We follow all states and laws. We on 15 acres, and on our property, we get deer and we get hogs. So all I gotta do is go to my property, and I see a hog, I shoot it. And do whatever I want. I got a firearm range on my property, so we do whatever we want.
Nice.
Simple as that. Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. All right, man. Well, BPP, since we're signing out, we're talking about SHOT Show. What was the most impactful thing that you saw? And then we'll sign out.
The vision. Because, like I said when we first started, obviously it's still small, didn't have enough time to catch up and do the amount of content that I wanted to. And just going there, actually seeing like the companies you can work with, the companies that don't want to work with you, and making the contacts and the connections that help you kind of forge your vision through that whole iron sharpens iron concept. I'm hungry. And the last couple of years of what I've been doing that hasn't gotten me anywhere, I don't ever want to be there again. Because if anything, I don't just want to do one SHOT Show. I mean, if it was my first and only SHOT Show, then hey, I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed meeting the people. I just enjoyed being there. But I gotta find a way to make sure that isn't going to be the case. So, and especially since I want, might sound crazy, I don't know, but I want to work with people that actually want to do good in the community. That's not the crazy part. I actually want to work with some of the people that I'm seeing on floor 1 and floor 2. Floor 3, I mean, that's already, the Caesar Forum, everybody's already established there. And for the most part, they're looking at it like, what can you do for me? Which makes sense because if they got the money, you got the time, cool. But from the ground up, it's like you got people that actually have good ideas, good things they developed. And for the most part, if they were to talk to somebody on like a floor 3 or possibly a floor 2, they'd get overlooked. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just my mentality, but I like to see the small dude win. So the best way I could do that is to get better myself, level myself up to actually help make that possible. So the best thing I got out of SHOT Show was the vision.
I
And
love that,
also
bro.
shoot your shot at these bigger companies, man. You never know. They do a lot of micro influencing programs and stuff like that with these bigger companies. Shoot your shot. The worst they can tell you is no. Come back when you X amount of followers or whatever it may be. Then you're like, all right, I planned on it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You told me, yeah. Like if you being real, like man, don't let that shit discourage you.
Oh no, not far from
You
it,
see
man.
Smith and Wesson, if you like, nobody's gonna have the vision for your business like you. That's why I keep saying, like, I feel like I can apply this. So if you feel like you add value to something, then shoot your shot for real, for real.
Yeah, you said Smith and Wesson though.
I mean,
I don't know what type of into, man. As an example.
Okay, because I had the experience with Smith and Wesson at the very first NAGA National, and I was like,
oh yeah, they were kind of weird at NAGA. I don't know what the heck.
So it wasn't just me.
No, it was weird. They wouldn't let us record. They wouldn't let us do anything. And then I talked to Dave, who is kind of over a lot of the marketing for Smith and Wesson. He was like, "Oh yeah, it could be a little weird because there's some different rules when you have to be like approved to talk on camera." I don't even know. I don't know. I'm not going to cover for Smith because they've not sent me anything, so I have zero obligation to them. That said, eat what it is.
Look, all I know was like, because I don't like being in the situation where I'm pushing the product for you, and you're sitting there watching me, and you're like, yeah, and then you grit your teeth, and you're like, okay, put it down, because that's how it felt. I was over there talking about the Smith and Wesson, the rival to the Sub 2000, that little folder, the folder that.
Oh yeah, right? that piece of crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I'm over here like, oh yeah, this is so much better than the Sub 2000 because of X, Y, and Z. And like I said, they're sitting there just like, oh, it's cute. Leave now, leave. It's weird, man.
Nah, I feel you on that, bro. I mean, you got to work with people who want to work with you and who understand like how to create a good customer experience. And if they don't get that, maybe you can help them out. I don't know, but. I don't know. Chris has been in the industry way longer, and I've been completely, blessed to be able to have you and, Rostic and BPP and some of these guys who y'all all bring different perspectives. So it's really cool to have this stream going on almost 3 hours, and y'all just giving away free game, giving it away, not charging a cent.
Perspective. I'm
Congratulations.
Making people mad.
It's enough out here for us all, but man, I gotta go ahead and get up off of here.
Yeah, it's time, boys. All right, guys.
Brother, I gotta send you a DM, man. I follow you.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, bros.
Man, shoot me a DM.
Definitely. Wherever you are. Appreciate you for having us, man.
Watching or listening, thank you so much for watching, listening. This has been good. Peace.